Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sultans of Shadilay podcast for the 4th of March 2023. I am your host, Bezic, and today I am joined by the one, the only, the Jonathan Crow.
Hello.
I'm also joined somewhere in the back. I'm not anymore joined by. Ardent's here somewhere, maybe. Fuck it. And Trim's also having internet issues. Or phone issues or something.
Good. I just changed devices.
Professional stream.
Very professional stream, da.
I mean, we managed to talk Ardent out of the blender, so it's going well.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds so weird out of context.
That's the best part. So,
Yeah.
while we're waiting for Ardent to come back and join us, we'll get into the shilling. Trim, you've been busy on the art shack, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Suddenly coming back from the sea just makes me want to draw a lot. So I've already done a few art streams with both you and Robert Renato, who is now in chat. Hello. And I'm also going to be doing a stream tomorrow with the one, the only, the James Craig. Yeah. And we're going to be talking a little bit about his writings, his newest, I think it's a project he's on. And I'm also going to be trying to draw one of the monsters or creatures in his stories. So that's going to be fun.
Excellent.
I did enjoy watching you with the Cthulhu. You've definitely improved with your drawing a lot since you first started. Like, you're actually finally getting lighting and getting like shading a little bit more like under your belt. Yeah. It takes a bit of practice, but yeah, definite improvement.
Well, I'm going to hand over the concept of perspective to Robert Renato. He can deal with that now.
Yeah, he's taken over the position unwittingly and unwillingly, but it is now his torch to bear.
It is
current.
Yes, we can see that you're having bitrate fun.
If everything goes weird on my end, it's because I'm uploading that short, and hopefully things don't break.
Speaking of things you've uploaded,
oh yeah,
you've been a busy boy, haven't you?
I'm always a busy boy.
Yes, but you're actually making
I've been really busy actually this week, not recording YouTube videos because I've been stuck cleaning for clients and like doing lots of work. So I've been a bit stuck, but yeah, I've been trying to produce more content here and there.
Yes.
I'm liking your shorts; they're really fun.
Yeah, speaking of, we have one here. Let me see.
This actually took like a couple of hours to edit.
Oh, this was such a fun stream.
There appears to be a painting over here of a stork, and I need to put the symbols in beneath it.
Little stick man holding dishes in either hand.
Okay, we got the guy with his stuff. I dropped the symbol. Whoops. I need a third symbol, I think.
An arrow pointing up and a little bar.
Okay, I know one. Let's see if this works. Oh, that is so incorrect. I guess the stork is wrong.
This crane.
Okay, let's try this one. Oh my god, that's wrong as well. This clock is very aggressive. Okay, I'm running out of time in here, I think. Oh my god, Bleach, it's wrong again! Oh, there's a monster at the door. I can hear it banging. Oh my god, Bleach, we need to hurry up, come on. Oh, I'm out of time, I think.
Describe the stork again.
Darkness took over. Ooh. There appears to be a pain.
Did you add backing music into that, or was that out of the game?
Yeah, I added backing music.
Oh, very nice.
Remix tool.
Very nice. It really upped the tension.
Yeah. I've been using a website called MixKit. There's a few other good ones like Track Club, where you can find some decent stuff from.
Yeah,
also,
cool.
Maureen, the locker count that Callum is talking about is how many times I've hidden a locker in Alien Isolation so far.
Yes. Yeah, and there, Crow is running a death counter in the videos as well.
Yeah, I'm dying more than I'm hiding. That's probably a bad thing.
That's probably why you're dying.
At the end, when you're done with the game, you could just have this sort of counter on each side of the screen. One is like how many times he hid in the closet. The other is just how many times he fucking died.
Well, I'm going to leave it up to Callum to keep track of it because I am not going to waste my time tracking every fucking statistic. Jesus.
You think you're going to have a hard time tracking statistics? At some point, I have to go back and do a kill counter for death count for Trim.
Now, is that going to be death by misadventure because of your grenades, or?
Yes.
Oh, no. He didn't. The thing is, Besek didn't actually misspeak. He had a Freudian slip. It's not a death counter. It's a kill counter because I'm pretty sure he's killed me more times than the fucking Flood and Covenant and accidents
That
on my
was
side.
true until that bloody ship.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Oh, pain. Again, that driving section.
Are
It
you
was
playing it?
either you should have made... Huh?
Are you playing it on hard mode?
No.
Fuck no. Fuck no. And the people who play that shit on Legendary, my hat is tipped to you because I ain't fucking touching that.
Oh my god, the flood on Legendary was a nightmare. I hated playing that, but it was really fun.
Yeah, one of the boys has done the game on Legendary solo, and he was just sitting there having fucking flashbacks in chat.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. That was so hard when I played that. I used to love sitting on Halo 1 on the online servers and just sniping for ages and then having these multiplayer matches. That was so good. I miss those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Halo Online was fun when I was a kid.
Also, Maureen, I probably have sung numerous little songs. I keep coming up with random songs as I'm playing.
Oh god, you
I
want
tend to-
sing-alongs? You need to come join Trim and Iron gaming streams.
I do occasionally get stressed and I'll start singing about how I don't want to be friends with the alien.
Oh dear. So, amongst other things, I've finished the month of February for my Humble Lookout series. Fuck 5 dates. That's a piece of shit. I can't believe anyone would be stupid enough to pay for that. But then again, the algorithm finds me really dumb
10
people.
dates, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not paying that. Playing that. What else? Yes. And then, of course, 3 episodes. Nice little day's worth of work.
Oh, nice. My video has no copyright issues despite the fact I use music. Wonderful.
Oh, excellent. And of course, we have a shot to share as well. I apologize in advance for the cackling coming from the commentary box. Is he dead yet?
Not yet.
Well, that's not working.
It's terrible.
Ow.
Fuck it.
Grenade!
Foreshadowing.
Other grenade!
Oh, that... Nice shot. Nice shot. That's it.
Killed the hunter.
Yes, dude. Hey, look, 3 grenades by this completely...
Someone was...
Not suspicious
looks like another Spartan was here before us.
Yeah. Weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, it's funny. And of course, one of the best part is just how I mentioned its aim is terrible.
Yeah.
We need to count Dankle. It's like, and that's what we call in the business foreshadowing.
But the best part is when Trim jumps directly onto the grenade.
Yeah. I used to love the way. I love the way you used to kind of fly into the air, go with your arms like flailing, and then land on the floor dead. It's amazing when you die. In that game.
There's lots of that in the later levels.
I still have no idea how I managed to get a fucking banshee on top of my head. I landed exact same way after and before that, but right then and there on that platform, physics wanted me dead by banshee.
Yes, I'm going to call the short Trim and Relative Dimensions in Space.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I also when we're finished with the series and I showed Trim the Death Counter compilation. I want to record him seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because he does not know how many times he's been killed by friendly fire.
That's what I was going to say. You need to categorize it.
I just have a feeling that I've been killed more by friendly fire, but at this point, I don't know, because at the end there, I saw the fucking player in combat waiting to respawn more than I actually saw actual combat.
Yes, and like the last level, it was basically just like, fuck this, running away.
Yeah, but it's not just that, but when we got our car turned over one of the 15 fucking times, you managed to spin it, not once, but twice. So it landed on top of me.
Well, that's not quite true. It's when I went to flip it back onto its wheels, you were just kind of there.
Yeah. Just panicking, trying to flip it, both of us, and he's like, and there goes my fucking spine.
I need to set up a live stream tomorrow, but I can't really work out what game I want to play for the live stream.
Hey, not a bobcat. Okay, you haven't missed much. Hey, he's alive. He lives, he breathes.
Oh, awesome. Okay, this is working. Good. I'm actually on my tablet, so.
It sounds awful.
I'm not surprised.
You sound like you're in a goldfish bowl almost.
It is acceptable.
That's because I'm in the basement.
No, it's because also, your tablet features the cheapest microphone known to man.
Also, I used to play Unreal Tournament 2003 all the time, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I used to get called a camper all the time.
And then they brought out 3, and it kind of ruined the game. Like, the 3 was just, like, way too heavy with graphics and didn't really add much, whereas I preferred the old, like, very fast-paced version. That was a bit more like...
Oh, maybe it was 2 I was playing, because if that was 03, I was playing pre-millennium.
Oh, yeah. That's probably it, then. I used to play as a character called Mr. Crow.
It's funny, like...
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here watching the rotating swirly thing on my computer, just going around and around and around over the words attempting repairs.
How lovely.
Right. This is the character. I posted it in the live chat.
Oh, God.
That's the character I used to play as. It's literally called Mr. Crow.
I will share that with everyone.
Whoa. Nice.
Oh, dear.
Looks like a Cenobite.
Yeah, it's very dated these days.
Cenobite. Oh boy.
Someone needs to spank Monkey.
Issue if you use Mac.
Remind me how that game is going, Monkey. So, shall we get into the articles then?
Let's go.
Right, so y'all Americans looking forward to being sent off to fight a war over some irrelevant frozen field in Eastern Europe for the glory of the potato pederast?
That was such a lot of information. My brain was like, what?
Oh, dear. Yes, so Zelensky is essentially threatening Americans that, oh, if you don't support my war now you'll end up over here fighting anyway, because NATO.
Can we just nuke Ukraine?
I mean, at this point,
extreme, but like
at this point, nuking Ukraine would be better for the budget of everyone else's country.
I mean, I don't really give a like. I don't want like innocent people in Ukraine to die. Obviously, that's awful. But can we just kill the leadership? That would be good.
Why don't we just put the leadership in a boxing ring and let Putin and Zelensky fight it out because I think that would be entertaining. But
can we have a gladiator pit instead and have lions? Because that would be much more entertaining than a boxing match.
Zelensky would
entertaining, but we would get the solution properly. Hello?
I think we should probably go with bears instead of lions.
Bears, I think, kind of work, but like lions, I don't know. They have some sort of pizzazz. They have that majesty that you don't get with bears. Bears kind of look just too cute.
Yeah, I don't know. How about a basket of snakes and no sword?
Yeah, well, Tristan's right. They're not going to kill the Ukrainian leadership after the coup that they basically set up. I mean, didn't they accidentally wipe out their entire cabinet recently?
Yeah, yes. I think that, yes, a bunch of cabinet officials went down in a very suspicious helicopter accident. And don't forget, the first thing Zelensky did after war was declared was not mobilize the troops. It was to ban the opposition and arrest them.
Yeah, that's kind of sus, huh?
Easier to go to war if you don't have any opposition saying no, we shouldn't do this.
It's also easier to be a dictator with the veneer of democracy if all your enemies accidentally are in a prison that gets bombed by the Russians.
I wonder how much cocaine he's on right now.
All the cocaine, almost as much as what's his fucking face? Biden Jr.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
The Buden.
Where's Bleach, by the way?
Of course, I gotta admit, I like the hashtag at the bottom there. Hashtag trans women are cool, are con men.
Yes.
Con men.
Yes.
Specifically. Damn right.
Well, there's nothing artistic about trans women.
Artistic? Maybe autistic occasionally.
Let's see. Renato says that Mr. Z was sus from day one, and he was called a Russian simp for pointing it out. So I stopped caring. Honestly, I couldn't. I'm with Crow. I couldn't give a shit if we nuked the fucking country.
To be fair, we could nuke Russia, and I wouldn't care either.
Well, just again, take the heads of the snakes, and we're okay. Also, there's a Belgian in chat. Hello.
I mean,
Belgian nation.
We seem to be well on our way to nuclear holocaust, so can we at least have it before I'm 60?
Yeah. Well, I'm still at fighting age, so I can enjoy the apocalypse afterwards. You know, we'll be like Mad Max.
Well, I'm still reasonably confident that I'm not going to survive the initial wave of blasts, so I'm quite happy.
If you're lucky. I'm far enough away from anywhere important that I'll just be like, well, I'm in Hellscape.
The rest of us will just deal with the Fallout game. Hopefully not 76, because that's just bullshit.
I'm totally going to become a super mutant. That's exactly my thing.
You mean Fallout 76, the steaming piece of shit that you can't even get into without having to go to fucking Google to Google some random fucking code. That one.
Yeah, pretty much that one. The best Fallout game ever. Totally. I'm not paid to see this. I don't have a gun to my head.
You know what would be really nice? A paycheck. I'm like,
I will talk nice about your game for money.
Talking about game journalism. We have a segue for that, don't we?
Funnily enough, we have several segues for that.
To be fair, Zelensky started with banning
fucking joke.
Who has rushed to bomb certain places. It is common to do such a thing when there is a war, dangerous risks, and such. Still an unpleasant weasel, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's been over a fucking year. Like I said in private, one of my clients is a Ukrainian opera singer. She's been traveling around Europe and in America and stuff. And basically, I was talking to her about it, and like she's got family there, and I was like, just as I said to the guys, basically, her uncle and her auntie were basically staying and refusing to leave Ukraine. And then the house got bombed, basically destroyed the entire house except for the hallway. And they just so happened to be in the hallway at the time, so they both survived and managed to get out. But yeah, they're like that kind of forced them. The whole house is destroyed, so they actually forced them to actually leave Ukraine.
Yeah,
it's quite nuts, really.
Also, it's one thing if members of the opposition are talking to the Russians and asking them to bomb things, but it's a whole nother when you ban all opposition. Turn the country into a dictatorship overnight. And I don't give a shit about all this. Oh, it's common in war. No, fuck off. If the populace wants to go, you know what, like, the Russians can just keep those fucking neo-Nazis in the East. So we can get back to normal lives.
I mean, both fucking sides uses political extremists, but I just don't like any side at this point. It's Putin is, of course, fucking Putin, but at least he has some kind of meme value. Zelensky has been given so much money that even fucking Elon Musk would have been like, oh, that's a lot. And he just keeps being a whiny little shit. No, now you must give us your soldiers, give us your fucking weapons,
well, that's
give us
it.
everything. Give. Fuck off.
He wants a Ukrainian victory over Russia. He wants to be able to say that Ukraine defeated all of Russia in a war. That's what he wants, and that's what he's demanding.
No, I think at this point
that
he wants to take over Russia, because he's been begging for the fucking gear to do it. So much money has been funneled into that tiny Eastern European shithole that they should have won 6-7 months ago.
It's quite ridiculous, really.
Again, I'm just certain this all just a fucking money laundering scheme in the end. There's
well,
too much money being filled in, and there's not enough results.
We've already seen evidence that it's a money laundering scheme, to be fair.
Yeah.
And also, you do see the ways they deliver some of the weaponry. Like, you have a literal busload of anti-tank mines, and they just fucking empty that shit on the floor, on the solid ground. Mines, a fucking literal truckload of mines.
Yeah.
Based, I think. I'm just going to throw mines anywhere. Who cares? They're not going to do anything. They're just mines. They don't blow up when people step on them.
Yeah.
And, you know, they used to airdrop mines. I'm kind of surprised they don't do that these days.
I mean, they do. The Russians have been doing it.
Really? Okay. I haven't really paid much attention to the ins and outs of it lately.
I don't care.
It's been a year.
I just want both sides to lose.
It's like Iraq. I'm just kind of like, I've got to a point where I just don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for us to have this war. There's no reason for anybody in Europe to be involved. There's no reason for us to be giving any money to anybody. Let them fucking solve it themselves. If they can't, then, you know, like, all right, yeah, Russia's the aggressor. I think they're fucking stupid for starting a war. But it's clearly doing them some good to have a war, because obviously they're now learning, our shit has been going to shit because we haven't been looking after it. Maybe we actually need to do something about it. But they're also wasting a shit ton of funds as well, so they're also fucking up their economy slightly.
Not to mention that Ukraine's just fucking up our economies.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. I don't want to, like, we've got two weak economies, Ukraine and Russia, competing against each other, and we're somehow funding one of the losing ones just for the sake of we want to just ruin Russia more. I'm like, why are we wasting all this money? They're ruining themselves just by having the conflict.
Yeah. And I mean, that seems to be the most charitable analysis of what the fuck our governments are doing. They're trying to deplete Russia.
Yeah.
But what they're just fucking our lives up. The prices of everything is going up here. Like, then again, I've had this problem for as long as I've been aware of the concept of foreign aid. Hold on a second. Why the fuck are we sending millions of dollars overseas to feed starving Africans when there are Australian kids living in poverty? The Africans should just stop fucking.
That's a good question.
Granted, the Australians should do something about having kids in poverty as well, but maybe if we could unfuck the economy, there'd be jobs for these parents.
Yeah, or how about one just, first of all, clean your own house before you start worrying about everyone else.
Monkey says I say we do an American Nord Stream move. America bomb Nord Stream move. Just nuke Ukraine. If we take away their toy, they can't play anymore.
The problem is it's a very obvious proxy war at this point. There's no fucking hiding that fact, and we're sat here basically footing the bill again, like fucking Iraq and all the other fucking wars that have been basically just big boys playing in their little backyards. And it doesn't improve. Well, it doesn't improve our economy. Like past wars, we would have improved our technology. We would have improved our economy. We would have had industry improving. But it's not doing anything for us except fucking draining our resources. Yeah. And not only that, but it's very clear that it's not draining our resources for any good, because it's just draining our resources into the pockets of even wealthier people.
And at the same time, not only are we just funneling our fucking money away, what's worse is that countries like Australia are shipping over military assets. So, one, are you trying to pretend that we're not actually involved in this fucking war? Pretty sure that shipping military supplies to a combatant makes you part of the war.
Yeah.
And two...
that makes you an ally.
Yeah.
And two, China. Yes, let's send all our fucking military resources, and at this rate, our entire fucking army, to some Eastern European shithole that's going to make no difference if Russia owns it or not, while China's just sitting here going, haha, go on. Like, China already has enough excess men that they could send 50 million soldiers to Australia with pointy sticks and conquer the country. Like,
except for the emus.
Yeah, but they don't need to conquer those bits.
Okay, I just wanted I wanted to interject there just to make sure you guys could hear me. Okay.
Knowing the track record of Chinese cuisine, they would just eat the emus.
Yeah, that's probably more effective than machine gunning them. But either way, the Chinese wouldn't even need guns to invade Australia. They've got 50 million excess men that are only fucking up their economy. They could send them all to Australia. And China wouldn't care if they all died and they still didn't take the country. It would still benefit them. The entire...
We lose the drag on our resources by getting rid of the men, and we also weaken an enemy. Plus, plus.
Yep. Also, the entire Australian population is 27 million. So that's 2 Chinese men with sticks versus... for each Australian armed with absolutely fucking nothing.
If you're lucky, you might have 1 gun per person. 1 gun per 100 person. If you're lucky.
It's a bit more than that, but it's not quite as good as 130 per 100. But yeah, it's just what we need. Send more of our shit overseas. We've only got our entire military is less than 40,000 people. Yes, that's exactly what we need when China's saying they're going, yes, go on, ruin your economies and send all your military gear to Ukraine.
Fucking chuckle pucks. Swear to God.
Yep.
It's just so much bullshit. And there's like, why the hell waste time, effort, and money on this bullshit? There's nothing to win from this.
Oh,
There's
wow.
nothing to gain from this.
There is, Tim. 10% for the big guy.
Oh, sorry.
You're
I forgot to look at
misunderstanding.
it like
You're not. Yeah, you're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at it as what's in it for us. You know, the average citizen. You're not looking at what's in it for the corrupt, globalist, elitist shit cunts.
My bad. I'm very sorry for not looking it through the proper picture there. How dare I?
Can't believe you've done this, Trim.
Yeah. Nora Bobcat says, I have an idea. What if we gave Australians guns? If everyone had a 2-to-1 KD ratio, it'd be fine. Oh, you mean the Swiss approach?
Oh God, guns. I just wish I could have guns. That'd be nice.
If you had a system of national recruitment and training for some, yeah, maybe China would be less likely to look at Australia and go, free shit. Granted, it's not like Australia needs to invade anyway. They own the politicians and they own the land. It's just a matter of raising the right flags.
There isn't really anything worthwhile in taking Australia, is there?
Oh, really? We've got more natural resources than just about anywhere else in the world. Well, that's get-toable.
But if they already own the land, like, they don't need to even come out there to invade. They're like, well, we own it.
Well, that does seem to be their reaction. Which is why I'm fully in favour of expelling any and all Chinese-owned companies from the country. Forcibly.
Yeah. I got similar fucking wishes when it comes to Norway and everything in China. Because the company I work for, this is something I still don't understand. They sold 2 of the ships in our fleet to China. And now we are leasing those 2 ships from them.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Someone explain the logic of that to me. Because this is like the same bullshit where you're like, oh, yeah, let's sell our electricity to Europe. And now we're going to buy it from Sweden, who is a member of the EU.
Tristan asks, Australia has gold and nickel mines. Is there an energy sector to speak of, apart from covering the entire interior of the country in solar panels? Well, fuck solar panels. But the country's full of uranium. There's uranium everywhere, not a shred of it's being used. Someone's been playing Fallout.
I'm a bigger fan of thorium, but hey, that's because I'm biased.
I don't think it has quite the same ring to it. Thorium fever.
No, it really doesn't.
No, but it sounds cooler than uranium.
Trim is just biased because Thor was a Norse god.
Trim's biased because he doesn't know the song because he's a filthy degenerate.
Yeah.
Who belongs on a cross?
I mean,
I think my next favorite is probably Atom Bomb Baby.
Ah, yes, that's what I was trying to think. That's a really good one.
Atom Bomb Baby.
The thing with the Chinese not needing to invade because they own the land is kind of part of the issue here in Canada too.
Yeah, but they've already installed the fucking police stations in China.
Yeah,
sorry,
I think the
I meant Canada, but it's like more like China East.
Might as well be. They don't call it Vancouver for nothing. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that Australia has not permitted Chinese troops to train on their soil yet.
Bleach has popped in to chat and says, Tricoms are enlightened fascists who deserve to be crushed like it was 55 days in Peking. Yeah, there was an actual article on that with Carb. I don't think it includes anything of value. And do you fuckers not have a dark mode? My God, that's bright.
Says, how easy is it to train a RU? Australian RU battalion, anyone? I was going to say, they're pretty nasty, but I think if you actually like added like laser beams to their heads and stuff, that'd be kind of cool.
Personally, if I was going to train an animal from Australia for combat, it would not be the RU, it would be one of the alligators. Or the crocodiles, so.
Yes. Oh dear. So up next.
I was going to say a cassowary would be pretty deadly, to be fair.
So.
Oh fuck, a cassowary!
I'd rather have an army of cassowaries, dude.
Yeah. So don't worry, Crow.
Have cassowaries.
They already lost the war to the emus. Imagine if they were fighting cassowaries. God.
So,
Starship Troopers Bird
So-
Edition.
shut up. Trying to move on here.
Sorry.
So, Crow, good news, you don't miss out on being conscripted for a bullshit foreign war.
Yay!
What? I don't miss out?
No. You'll get to get conscripted for some bullshit foreign war too. War is coming to Britain by the end of the decade, Defense Secretary Dumb Fuck says as he warns Russia's meat grinder Ukraine invasion could last another year.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right. That doesn't mean conscription.
Don't you
though.
feel happy?
Plus,
I
I'd be a
think too many
conscientious
people like
objector. I'm not going to war for some fucking politician. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. And as Wright said, Fred said to the dipshit, "Hey, fuck Knuckle, are you leading the charge or sending other people's kids to die?"
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've got a solution. Since the government wants digital IDs for everyone on Twitter, can they start the conscription to go to fight in Ukraine with anyone with the Ukraine flag in their bio?
Yes. Yes.
You
yes,
guys seem to
yes,
care so
yes.
fucking much. You first.
By all means, lead the charge.
Oh, what's that? All you men in dress, all you women pretending to be men are suddenly wearing dresses again. Yeah, funny that. That's what I fucking thought.
And all these manlets suddenly start wearing dresses. Sorry, that doesn't count it for you guys.
Yeah. Well, it's also funny how all the fucking Annies in Ukraine were pulling out their birth certificates going, no, I was born a woman. Yeah, you fucking cowards.
That's
the thing.
That's my opinion of trannies. It's you can. I'm going to use an allegory for cars. You can change the paint. You can cut, bend, and add stickers all over, but you can't change a Volvo into an Audi.
You'd say that. Anyway, what was Crow saying?
I was going to say, it's very telling when someone's identity can shift so fluidly depending on the convenience of that identity.
Yeah.
Rather than it actually being anything of real value or meaning, it's something that they use as a tool.
Well, that's it. None of these
my identity as me.
Yeah.
My identity as me is not something that is something I can just casually come up and throw away or, change to be someone else randomly. But these people can because they're all fucking fakes. They're just literally a character that they're playing because it's convenient, and that's why it's so easy for them to throw it away.
Well, that's it. None of these trans men showed up at recruitment stations.
It's almost like gender dysphoria might be an identity disorder.
It's almost as if it might be bullshit.
I have no doubt that gender dysphoria is a real thing, but I have many doubts at these people actually suffering from it.
Most of them aren't. And the ones that are need to be treated, not mutilated.
Not chemically castrated.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, maybe chemically castrating them is the eugenics route that we need to go down. Who knows?
Oh, I think we need to start chemically castrating politicians.
That would be good.
Especially Ben Wallace.
I mean, politicians aren't really people anymore, are they?
I have an idea, though, about this troop issue in Ukraine. If we recruit the Troons and create entire battalions only of Troons, then we have the chance to turn 41% into a positive.
You say that, but there'll be 41% casualties on the fucking plane ride over. Yeah, look at this sack of shit. Britain's Defence Secretary Cock Magnet speaks to the crew of an Ajax Ares armoured fighting vehicle in the training range at Bovington Camp, a British Army military base.
That's Major Cock Magnet to you.
Well, that's the thing. He's nothing. And so why the fuck is he pretending to wear any of this shit? He's the only fucking one wearing one of these bullshit fucking jackets. Yes.
Cosplaying from the media. He's definitely a fake.
He's so inclusive, guys.
Also, Bovington. That's where the Tank Museum is.
Ooh.
That's all I know about Bovington, and it's probably the only thing worth knowing. Hold on. Ukrainian servicemen of the 3rd Separate Tank Iron Brigades take part in an exercise in the Kharkiv area on the 23rd of February 2023. They're taking part... It must be really intense fighting if they've got time for a fucking exercise where the reporter can stand watching them come towards them.
Usually at times of war, you don't have much time to do any kind of training except for the recruits that are replacing the ones that are dying. Usually the training and the experience they get is from actually fucking killing people at war.
Yeah, well, so someone in the comments on the article makes a good point. Why don't we just take the undocumented arrivals and tell them that if they make it back from Ukraine alive, then they can apply for citizenship.
Oh yeah, right. Service guarantee citizenship. Yeah, I love that. Perfect.
And if they're really lucky, we'll land before we push them out of the plane.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of giving them parachutes and just dropping them in.
You'd give them parachutes?
I didn't say they'd be working parachutes.
Hey, we know how physics
actually
works
that might work well. That might work well on sapping the Russian morale if we just start dropping immigrants.
Just wholesale straight on them, like, we don't even care. We're just dropping immigrants on you. They jumped out of the plane voluntarily. We gave them fake backpacks to make them think they had parachutes, so they jumped out voluntarily. We didn't murder them. They're just stupid.
I don't know.
Okay. That sounds kind of dark.
I mean, just load them into the bomb bay of a big fucking bomber, fly over the trenches, and just... Boom. That'll clear the fucking trenches. You don't know what diseases those bastards have.
Ew.
Honestly, that sounds like a really horrific warfare tactic. I mean, the Romans used to set fire to pigs and get them to run at their enemies and stuff like that. But this is kind of just like, we've got planes. We're just going to fly over. We're not going to bomb you. We're just going to shower you with bodies. What are you going to do when all these bodies are rotting? How are you going to clean it all up?
Technically, we don't shower them with bodies. They're only bodies when they get there.
Touche. I mean, they are technically still bodies. They're just live bodies.
Alternatively, it'd really fuck up Russia's economy if we actually
identifies as a parachute.
Alternatively, if we really wanted to fuck Russia's economy up, we could give them functional parachutes. Like how would Russia react if we just airdropped 400,000 fucking boat cunts?
Well, why don't we just do that? Like, instead of doing what the French are doing, where we're charging, £3,000, let's say we're just, instead of putting them into a hotel, we just put them on a boat, like the SAS, a nice secret boat that they don't know. Drop them in a nice place in Russia where no one's going to notice that they're there. Ship a couple 100,000 there in one go, and boom.
Yeah, put them in some windowless boats and just off.
Tell them that's Britain. You're in Britain now.
Why are they all speaking Russian? No, that's Ukrainian, and you're in one of those areas.
It's like, what do you mean? This is English. You're just not very good at a foreign language.
Oh dear.
I don't disagree with this idea. It seems like a solid and economically sound idea.
I mean, it's completely immoral, but what's currently happening, the politicians are doing, is completely immoral anyway, so I don't think it makes any fucking difference these days.
Well, I'd say it does, because one's being immoral to your citizens, and one is being immoral to not your citizens. So one is innately worse. So, get on the plane, motherfucker.
It's like, do you belong here? No. Then you are leaving.
Please, go fuck yourself. We don't need you. Go away.
Are you providing any extra resources by being here? No, I came here to take things from you. Then you must leave, and we will give you a place bountiful.
You want Gibbs? We can give you a plane right out of here.
I really liked the fucking Rwanda plan. I thought that was great. I'm just sad that these fucking pathetic loser politicians couldn't let that go ahead, because that would have resolved so many fucking issues. Just, we have a nice relationship with Rwanda. Rwanda's growing. We get rid of our fucking immigrant problem where they're just being a bunch of fucking economic suck-ups that want to fucking steal everything. They are actually put to work and do some good in their life.
Alternatively,
work. That's racist.
Actually, I've got the ultimate plan. Don't you think if diversity is our strength, don't you think it's awfully racist for England to keep all the strength? Shouldn't we share it with, say, Ukraine?
Yeah, absolutely.
If diversity
says, oh, that's a good idea, conscript the boat wankers and send them to the fight. If they love the West so much, fight for it like we did.
Damn fucking right. But no, if diversity is our strength, we'll give the Ukraine all the fucking diversity they can handle. And then more.
I think we're actually going to need alternative plans. Like, instead of having, obviously the government's constantly fucking doing things that are fucking people over, I think we're just going to have to take it into our own arms as a criminal organization style thing and just be like, yeah, well, we're doing this. You've got criminals coming from Calais, so we're just forwarding them on to where we want them. We're making money ourselves. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're going to be acting like criminal fucking crooks at the top. Why don't we do it at the bottom as well and completely subvert all of your plans?
Mm-hmm. Are you suggesting that we just start interdicting boats in the channel? And then we take them to Ukraine?
Yeah. Also, Tristan, you're absolutely fucking spot on. I'm not someone who believes human rights are inalienable, frankly. Every time I've seen anything about human rights, this idea of human rights, it's just, it's made up for convenience, for the sake of, hey, I want to take these away at this convenient moment because I'm in control, but they're useful when I want to represent myself as a good person. So yeah, no, they're fucking all bollocks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking lie. Any right that can be taken from you at any given point, it doesn't exist as a right. I'm sorry, like, it's a fucking fantasy.
Yeah, they keep complaining about xenophobia. We'll show them some real fucking xenophobia.
Oh, I'm very xenophobic, especially of aliens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Playing Alien Isolation.
Like if
literally fighting Xeno.
Illegal aliens, especially.
Yeah, if they want to play these games, well, we'll just start walking around fucking London with the Dulux paint cards.
Better yet, what you do is you find all the politicians' daughters and sons and hook them up with these immigrants from the other countries, get them pregnant, have families. That'll really fuck up their weeks. They'll be like, God, my daughter married an immigrant or three.
Well, I don't think there'd be any marriage going on. But maybe all these politicians that are in favour of immigration should just have some immigrants, I don't know, moved into their spare bedroom while they're not looking.
Yeah.
Diversity,
I think
my friends, is a strength.
You will find that the only times politicians act in the benefit of the people is when the benefit for themselves happens to line up with the benefit for the people at the same time.
Yep.
Hypocrites.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Nothing I hate more than hypocrites.
I hate hippogriffs more.
The hippogriffs did nothing wrong.
I'm not so sure about that one.
May actually have survived this morning.
That's a kind of controversial opinion that hippogriffs did nothing wrong. Oh yeah, Tristan's like, don't count on it.
The only thing about them is they're kind of overly proud.
Tristan's like, don't count on it. A politician's daughter could be raped and murdered by a migrant, and they would get on a soapbox and say, my daughter wouldn't want her death to fuel race. No.
What?
That's already happened.
Yeah, that's literally already happened. What do you mean could? It's literally happened.
You got to just do it to all of them. And if we can prevent them from breeding and procreating this way, then that's also a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting.
I hate them all.
The problem is, I feel like the only way to really counter this evil force is to be equally evil.
Yep.
Fight fire with fire.
And now,
pretty much like. Sorry, carry on.
and people wonder how things got so bad in Germany in the 1930s. Because the government was doing this shit.
Oh, yeah. People talk about slippery slopes. Oh, we're there. We're sliding, guys.
Yeah. So, speaking of that slippery slope, Hershey's has crawled out of their hole and done something stupid again.
Hershey.
Yep.
Great.
What? Aren't they a fucking chocolate company?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Necessary for them to be very inclusive, then, guys. Of course it is.
Yeah. So, according to this idiot, the queer trans feminist activist, she, they, trans flag, which says the chocolate side of the wrapper aren't to be featured in this campaign by Hershey's. Oh, of course it's fucking Canada. Fuck's sake, Canada. Alongside 4 brilliant sisters and change makers. Her for she is their new campaign.
Wait, are these trannies
the thing
or?
is, which kind of she? Which kind of she are we talking
I-
about?
Whoa,
Actual woman or?
whoa.
Hang on.
Are these real women or not real women? I really can't tell anymore.
For this one.
Could you?
Are these real women or new women?
Well, at least one of them's a new woman.
Here we go.
Also, it's really hard to understand you when all 3 of you are talking at once.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, shut up and let me talk. Anyway.
No.
Fuck you, Iron.
No, I was saying Hershey's is an American-owned company. I will not take the blame for that. So yeah, not Canada's fault.
Yes, it is.
This time.
I hear you saying that, but
Let's be honest though, American chocolate is fucking disgusting.
Yes.
Norwegian chocolate is better. We're
Now-
actually making our milk chocolate with actual milk.
So now, Jeremy Boring said, fine, I'll do it. Introducing Jeremy's chocolate. Yes, it's real. We have 2 kinds. He, him, and she, her. One of them has nuts. If you need me to tell you which one, keep buying Hershey's.
Oh, I really fucking hope that's true. If he's actually producing chocolate, I'm gonna go buy some now. Fucking hell, that's amazing.
Oh.
But there's actually a link. This might be a real website.
Please.
Oh my lord.
Jeremy's chocolate. Oh my god, it's fucking real.
Nuts plus nutless.
Oh, that's fucking glorious. I'm loving this constant pushback now because it's even companies are being like, this woke bullshit's gone way too fucking far.
I don't think it quite counts if it's the co-founder of the Daily Wire.
No, but like more people are
yes.
waking up to it. More companies are providing options which are anti-woke because they realize, some of these major companies are doing this because it's a good marketing tactic, but the opposite is true as well. So we'll market for both.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, and he says his pronouns are you can call me Al. Fuck, that song's long. Up next.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay! Everything's back to normal.
Crow's camera might be about to blow up and kill him.
No. It's just because I'm using I use a battery that isn't a battery. It's just an AC adapter.
Fair enough. So, Trim,
Yes.
tell us things.
Yes. There has been a situation where, you know how we have this game made based on the wizards of Harry Potter? Really
You mean that silly
mediocre,
wizard
apparently
game?
really overhyped.
That wizard
You
guy.
mean that silly
Yes, the
wizard
silly
game that
wizard
everyone
game.
talks about? Okay.
Yeah, a silly little wizard game where apparently I think the writer is something close to being a irredeemable monster Nazi, whatever.
Oh, a real woman.
Probably a vampire Nazi, yeah.
Yes, who eats the souls of tranny children the world over to sustain her evil power. Yes, yes.
That would be the
and
worst, you know?
Yeah, of course. And there's, of course, many people who want to play games because playing games is their job, like, for example, streamers or VTubers. Now, the thing about VTubers is they are just there to play a game, play a role, and generally have fun without being political. Unfortunately, these shrieking maniacs, who I just refer to as wokies, have a tendency of not being able to distinguish one thing from another. So at once this one character, Pikami, who is best described as a girl laughing like a tea kettle boiling and just makes weird noises all the time and is really funny and adorable.
Yeah, I know the one. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, didn't even play the game. She just said she wanted to play it for her next stream after being on a hiatus.
Oh, so she's been out of the loop for a while, decides to play something that looks interesting to her. Interesting.
Yeah, she isn't even political. That's the best part. That's why I actually like a lot of these VTubers, because they're not even political. At least the good ones aren't.
It's funny that most people who are playing games on YouTube don't want to involve politics whatsoever, because there's just way too much of that in everywhere else in life.
It's almost as if it is an excellent form of escapism when you're not having the train's dick shoved down your throat.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing, though. They first started harassing Pikami. They started just being, oh, she's a tranny, she's a pedo, she's evil, a lot of... Oh, no, everything is political after fucking all. So then, of course, now, after Pikami recently announced that she is quitting, which they call graduating for some reason, she's not quitting. After March the 31st, she is done. Her videos will be deleted, channel will be privated, and everything about her will be discontinued. It's done. She is over. And
that's really sad.
Yeah,
I think she's going to regret that decision. I think she shouldn't capitulate to this bollocks.
No. She is not like that. She's been open with her fans about how she's been a bullying victim because she's a Japanese American or American Japanese.
Yeah,
so she's been bullied most of her life. Because Japan isn't really kind to what they refer to as half-bloods. And just to give a TLDR, they just kept on at her. She quits, and now her fan base are divided between let's just enjoy the time we have left, and we will never forget. Like this. What we seek is vengeance. And this is one of the more chiller ones. And yeah, this time the wokies, they just do what they always do. But this time, they've actually gone into someone's escapism, someone's means to just relax. And I have a feeling that they're fucking bitten over way more than they can chew. I used to watch this one too because she's adorable, funny, and nice to have in the background when you play video games or draw shit. But it's been frustrating as fuck. But now, of course, they're in full damage control. Like, for example, Kotaku, who just they write it in an ever so subtle way, making it seem like, oh, the decision was already made and blah blah blah.
This is just cope. They realized actually that they've managed to.
They are in.
Prim, settle down. Let Crow have a word.
Yeah, sorry. There's a little bit lag. We're all over. Sorry.
It's very, very clear that they started off thinking, oh yeah, we'll have this campaign of harassing these people, telling them how evil they are, and then they realized halfway between that and now that they're like, oh wait, actually we're being evil, and we've now actually harassed people and done the very thing that we accuse everyone else of doing, and now they're having to fucking backtrack. And then they actually called this whole thing a right-wing conspiracy, that it's a bunch of trans activists. It's a right-wing conspiracy that trans activists are harassing people. Funny that.
Brick and Meth says...
fucking much. And of course...
Brick and Meth says it was not. This was not decided months ago. Her co-producer had to come out and apologize for changing her future events, and she will not be here. Funny that.
Yeah, in one of if you find the message that they have written out, the document, it is sorry for this sudden announcement. Of course, there has been rumors that Pikami wanted to graduate eventually, but these crazies have made it so instead of being like maybe 1 or 2 years, it's been immediately. And now, of course, everyone who's been harassing and just abusing this power they've been so unfortunate for us to find are now realizing they've overstepped their bounds and now are desperately trying to damage control. So they are, of course, picking up the usual meat shields, which is the word soup people, trannies, everyone putting them in front is like, oh no, don't hit me through these innocent people that I'm placing in front of me, which means that they're just scum. And honestly, I just hope this goes the full way and just beats them the fuck down as they deserve, because they've gone too far already, and now they just kept going. So hey, fuck around and find out. And these people aren't as forgiving as everyone else. I mean, even fucking 4chan. 4chan really liked these cute people, right? Now they've removed Pikami, who's basically one of the old guard.
Trim. Hello. Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Breathe. But also,
yeah,
he's really angry about this one. He's like, "Fucking, I liked her. She was cool."
Firstly,
yes.
Trim, you keep referencing documents that you didn't send me.
Voms project, important notice.
You said they've picked some really bad enemies to run the warpath. Sorry, the perpetually online VTuber addicts and the fucking retards from 4chan. Yeah, of course they're in trouble.
Yes.
It's the same thing as the Gamergate. The perpetually online weirdos with a fucking grudge to pick with the world.
Oh yeah. But this is fun though, because they're the same kind. It's just that the Wookiees are maybe one predatory fish, but they've now swum deeper and into a place where there's a much larger one. So again, I'm just going to let nature go its course and eat popcorn while laughing.
As Saint Pavlov says, weaponized autism for the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This is basically what it is. They've picked on the crowd that will fight back, and they're like, oh, normally everybody just sort of rolls over and capitulates, but these people are angry at us. I'm not used to people being angry at us. Normally we're on the right side of history, in quotation marks. Fucking assholes. They deserve everything they get. They deserve all the ire they get, and it's their own actions that are going to completely decimate their own movement. They're literally like Ouroboros. They are going to destroy themselves before we ever need to.
Yeah. And Arch made a video about this, and again, this has happened before. This has happened before. It happened during Gamergate. It happened during the whole debacle with Warhammer. However, it wasn't as big as this is, because this includes a lot more people and a lot more diverse group of people. Because all the fans have different fucking sort of life paths, right? And now they've hit something that is a lot more wider. So, you know, they're just gonna they're gonna hit it. They're gonna feel it. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, no, they get what they deserve.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
I like the one, the meme you showed earlier, Bess. It's like, who radicalized you? When you took our kettle away.
You took our
you missed the
away.
you did part. Honestly.
Yeah.
Your meme game is
basically
weak.
You did. I know. I'm just a little bit frustrated at this. It's such bullshit. It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
Here we are.
Something very similar happened when Leafy basically left the internet as well, where there was a lot of push against him, saying how awful and toxic it was. But because of that massive push, there was also a push back, like, no, like, this is a content creator we want to watch, and now he's gone, and we're going to have more content creators doing this because we are against what you represent.
Oh, excellent. Well, good news, Crow. If you miss out on going to war in Ukraine, Falklands is going to kick off again.
Oh, lovely. Don't worry, I'll just come back to Australia where they can lock me in prison for being, I don't know, Australian.
Because they feel like it.
Yeah, because I looked at them funny.
Yeah. So it looks like Argentina has decided to end a diplomatic pact, trade and security, and they want fresh talks on sovereignty of Falklands. Yeah, here's your talk. Nice country
Nice.
you've got. Here's your talk. Nice country you have there. It'd be a shame if someone was to nuke it.
It's like, nice country, think I'll take it.
But that was my other thought. Nice country you've got there. It would be a shame if, oh, whoops, accidentally colonized it.
Nice head, think I'll take it.
We only had parts. Now let's take it all because fuck the Falklands.
I mean, maybe we do need to start recolonizing the world again.
I keep saying that we should just restart the Empire. Everyone thinks the Empire is such an evil thing, and then fine, we'll just be the evil bad guys and we'll conquer everyone.
Well, if we're so evil, why do we care what you think of us?
Yeah, if we're evil and you've got resources we want, then why shouldn't we just take them? We're evil anyway, and fuck it, might as well play into it. Our politicians sure as hell are evil.
Yep, I'm pretty sure we can destroy the morale of your country if we bring back our plan from earlier involving just dropping people through your roof.
Oh my god.
What's that on the kitchen floor, Daddy? That's an immigrant that was dropped into our house by the evil empire.
Why is it everywhere? Oh no.
Best part is, from that at that velocity, it'd be fatal.
You'd probably destroy part of the house. I mean, if you think about the large explosion sounds that you'd heard during 9/11, a lot of them were just people jumping out of the windows.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Danes are evicting people to free up housing for the illegals. That's somewhere, possibly. I can't remember where it was. I did get all the articles I wanted up before we started today. Apologies if that burp came out. Mike. Holy shit. When the Falklands voted...
Oh my god. That's a puddle of Somali, sweetie.
So, when the Falklands Islands had their referendum on whether they want to remain a part of the UK, 1,513 to 3. And those 3 should have been immediately thrown off the island.
Barely even existing.
Look, even the gay trans people, like, because they voted for it. For as long as the Falklands want to be British, they will be. This is basic self-determination. At least they're being consistent. See what I mean about finishing the job when you go to war? Did Argentina really need to exist after the 80s? So, speaking of the fall of the United Kingdom, no, not quite. So, you know those radical trans laws that got Nicola Sturgeon kicked out? Yeah, they were just hand waved and passed in Victoria.
Oh, lovely.
You know, mini Nazi Germany.
Mini Nazi Germany? It's a lot bigger than Germany.
I don't think Germany's it is. Now, see, I don't actually know if they're the same size or not. I'm gonna have to check.
Well, I mean, Australia is certainly not the same size as Germany.
Oh,
that's for
absolutely
sure.
not.
Fucking huge. I'm pretty sure Victoria is at least the size of Germany, if not bigger.
It could be.
You also have to remember that the map style depends on how actual size comparison is. There's
Yes, which is why I am looking for land area. Do 357,592 kilometers squared versus Victoria, which is 227,444 kilometers squared.
Germany is 1.57 times as big as Victoria, Australia.
Oh, yep, only 1.5 times.
So Germany is slightly bigger.
Yep, literally 50%.
But then, obviously, like Victoria is a fucking fraction of Australia, ultimately.
Yep, and Australia's population is just horrendously low, but they want to fix that by importing the entire fucking third world.
Pretty much, Australia is as big as Europe.
All of Europe.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I posted a picture of it comparatively. Yeah. It's fucking huge, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that.
Fun fact, if you knock Alaska off, Australia is bigger than the United States. Actually, that might not be entirely true, but it's fucking close. Let me see if I can get up the contiguous United States and see if I can get the land area for that. I'm sure I'm 3,119,000 square miles. And it's slightly smaller than the area of Australia. So that might be the actual land area.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely not population.
Australia's fucking ginormous. It's just that if you actually look at the habitable bits, it's probably only about as big as England.
Oh, God. I can't wait until we can fucking terraform things. Just terraform fucking Australia. Get rid of all the fucking uninhabitable areas and be like, yeah, we're going to build a fucking casino inside Ayers Rock.
Honestly,
with all the political activists. Oh, this damn lag. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yes, you should.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So SBS News. That is settled. Victorian Premier Dan Hitler says the government's support for trans community adoption, equality, and access to abortion are non-negotiable. That's right. You'll be transed, you'll be forcibly adopted, and then you will be aborted in that order.
Don't forget, you'll be forcibly converted to Islam as well.
Yes.
Forcibly.
You'll be a new insert country here.
Oh, that's for sure. Up next.
That's what they want to do, is insert the country in you.
Speaking of inserting things where they don't belong, Spain gets a nuke.
Oh, man. Diversity, inclusion.
Oh, come on, Vox. Okay. Is that Vox or?
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's a knockoff.
Okay, so it's basically a like the, what are they called? Fucking hell.
The Babylon Bee.
The Onion.
Babylon Bee, thank you, yeah. They're a spoof. To be fair, I could actually see that article coming out.
Oh, I could absolutely see that being something Vox would write. That's the problem with when reality becomes parody.
You can't tell anymore.
But here's the thing. Spain did actually legalize sex with animals as long as the animal does not require medical care.
Ew.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. We're somewhere. Yeah. We are reaching maximum diversity, my friends. Maximum inclusion
We're
and
including
maximum equity.
cows. I once had sex with a gay cow, and it gave birth to cow-human baby hybrids. I don't know how, because it was a male, but you know they can do that nowadays because trans, whatever.
And
Calm the
and
fuck
that's
down,
how you
Zeus.
get minotaurs.
Yep, calm the fuck down,
Calm the
Zeus.
fuck down, Zeus. Yeah.
Oh, painful.
Now, see, when I first saw this, I did actually think it was Vox. Because it's exactly the kind of crap that'd come out of them.
It is. I won't apologize to Vox though, because they don't deserve to be apologized to.
Oh, I'm sure
Vox is
I'm sure Vox is working on it. They would just beat him.
Maybe the guy who writes for Vox is an assistant to a guy in Vox. Is like, I'm gonna take this. Mine now.
Unlikely.
Vox is actually an offshoot website that they pretend is a spoof, but it's where they test their articles that they think are a bit more controversial.
I can see that.
Oh, you mean like The Onion and
Oh,
CNN?
Dear fuck.
Yeah.
That's legal, it's fine.
Oh, this is disgusting.
Up next, what do we have? Yes, I can't remember if we touched on this the last time or not, but James Bond has gotten the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory treatment.
Oh, they're rewriting the books, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're getting Roald Dahl.
Yep, they're getting Roald Dahl. They've been edited to suit modern sensibilities.
Modern sensibilities. I hate that word so much.
Now, I have no idea what the source on this is, so I can't confirm it as true, but I'd absolutely fucking believe it.
The thing is, though, how the hell can you politically make James Bond politically correct? I mean, his character is a womanizer, among other things.
Well, it's simple.
He's going to be charming instead of a womanizer.
Well, no, they'll just get a black gay guy. Done.
Ah, there we go. No need to worry, guys.
And here's the thing. They could have potentially done a black James Bond. Because James Bond's obviously a code name. 007's obviously a code name. They could easily just go that, oh yes, because it's been in all these different time periods, it's just been a different spy assuming the identity.
And that's why the name precedes them, because it's a well-known spy name.
Yes, exactly. And they could easily just go, I don't know, Idris Elba or something at it. And it would probably work better than whatever the fuck they're planning to do.
My godfather is the one who introduced me to James Bond, and he basically told me that because I, as a kid, asked why there's so many different ones. And he's like, oh, it's because it's a name they all use. It's the best of the best. If you're James Bond, then you are the best spy of all. And I was like, cool.
Which is technically wrong. It's because it's been running for like 60 years and they've replaced it. But that's a convenient excuse you can use because the plots do reference each other. So it's a really easy way to reconcile the different actors and the different with having this continuous plotline. You just go, oh, it's just a new spy taking the role and they read the case notes. Easiest thing in the fucking world. Just wave a little bit of that at it.
It'd be kind of cool, because you could then have, like, one James Bond die, in a video, like in a series or a movie, and then the new one takes over and meets a previous foe, and they're like, "Wait, you're not James Bond," kind of moment, you know?
Yeah, well, that'd be a perfect way to introduce it. You could start it off with, you could actually start off with like an assassination or something, but you don't actually reveal who it is right then. And then you have the new Bond come in, and when they introduce themselves, it's like, "And who the hell are you?" says the bad guy, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Bond, James Bond. What? No, I killed James Bond. What are you on about? Then we can flash back to that scene, but this time we see the actor's face.
Yeah, Bay State makes a point. Aren't all the Bonds supposed to look alike because MI5 or MI6, sorry, or whatever, want to have a spy that has the illusion of being unkillable?
To be fair, that would probably work if the actors looked anything alike.
Yeah.
Tristan Armstrong in chat has a great suggestion for a Mr. Bond line. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect the laser to carve you a neo-vagina.
Oh,
that scene just got a lot worse.
Total Blackout.
The laser to make you into Mrs. Bond.
Yeah, Total Blackout says 007 was the title. James Bond was the. Yes, obviously,
Yeah.
In the books as written, yes, of course. But when you have movies spread over 60 years, you can just hand wave that and go, "Oh no, James Bond is also the cover name." Like 007 can be the title, and then James Bond can be the cover name, and then you have whatever spy is assuming that cover. There's a bunch of ways to do it. Like, you could have James Bond being the handler for like interacting with sort of different dignitaries. Like, you could easily have, while she was still alive, you could have easily gone and you went, "It's MI6. Liz needs a contact. Who's that contact? James Bond." But didn't James Bond get killed? James Bond doesn't die. James Bond is dead. Long live James Bond.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Gives a whole new meaning to crotch wound.
Yeah. Yep.
God.
Oh, Maureen says Bond also gives his name immediately to people, including the villains. Yeah. Exactly. So it's clearly a code name.
Yeah, so it's a code name. Yeah, you wouldn't use his actual name if it wasn't a code name.
Actually, I kind of agree with Blackout. Well, I don't see an issue with just continuing to pretend it's the same guy.
Suppose you could.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a bit of a suspense of disbelief. I know with Daniel Craig, they basically decided it's a reboot, and they decided to keep it as a separate character, but like a retelling of previous stories and not a continuation of previous things, which I kind of respected because it worked. Kept him a bit more realistic to some degree compared to other older Bonds.
Yeah, and like you can do that too. It's just an artistic choice of whether you want to just hand wave it.
Yeah.
But the problem where it gets confusing is when you go from I'm so bad with actor names. When you go from a guy clearly in his fucking 60s to Daniel Craig. Like, it's obvious what they're trying to do. I mean, they had like 3 of them who were in their 60s when they were doing it, I swear.
True.
Yeah,
well, I mean, Connery kept doing it until he was...
Connery, that's the
50s,
one.
Wasn't he?
I always...
But I think it was Brosnan immediately before Craig, wasn't it?
Yeah, but probably. Yeah. But Connery had the silver hair going for decades.
Yeah, but Connery was also the cool one.
Yes. He's also the one you'd believe is a womanizer.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Daniel
should have been Chad Bond.
Yeah. I'll be honest, Daniel Craig looks like he'd be more interested in alternative pursuits.
To be fair, Daniel Craig wasn't really so much of a womanizer. He was really more misogynistic. He didn't give a fuck about women. He didn't try charming them. He was just like, "I'm going to fuck you for information, then I don't care if you get murdered." Like, he had no give a shit about anyone.
I mean, over 70 years, like, You could, especially considering that the time frames they're set in change. Like if they were pretending they were all set in the same time frame, sure. But as soon as they go, oh, it's in modern times now, well, it's a lot harder to pretend it's the same dude that was both fighting Hitler in the 1940s and fighting Canadian Hitler now. Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah, but who would you cast as James Bond if it was a case of fighting the maple flavored Hitler?
Ooh.
I'd still like the idea of casting Henry Cavill as Bond, to be honest.
I do as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But for this specific case, I'd go with Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Who's that again?
I'd just like to see Danny McBride kick the shit out of Trudeau.
But the real Bond, James Bond should always be English, like painfully English.
I can imagine Jeremy Brett as Bond. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
It's a shame he died. He was such a great actor.
But I mean, you could probably abuse the whole setup too for getting names on the title sheet. Ah, yes. This one features Daniel Craig and Sean Connery. Wait, what? How? Ooh, you'll have to watch the movie to find out.
Former agent meets new agent. It's like, oh, I see you're using my old name.
Yeah.
I'm going to slap a woman now. You're the woman, James Bond.
Exactly. And then they meet, you can have them both just introduce themselves. Bond. The name's Bond.
Yes,
James Bond. And
Yeah, have them kind of have a bit of a
James
scuffle or
Bond, call it
something.
Bondulance. I'm having a stroke.
get them to both slap the same woman. Of course.
That'd be actually really
Yeah,
funny.
and have some third character go, "Who the hell do you think you are?" And in stereo
Yes.
respond, "Bond, James Bond." Yeah, that would be fucking
That would be-
amazing.
Yeah.
That would be such a fucking like what was it? Indiana Jones moment where like the
Dr.
Indy?
Jones!
Or Mr. Dr. Jones, and they both turn around, yes.
And that's the thing, when someone's like, Bond! Yes? Hell, you could do. That's probably a movie that's done something. Oh, I'm probably thinking of a Doctor Who special. But you could easily go, all of you that are alive, show up, we're going to film something and we're going to kick the crap out of a guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Callum in chat was mentioning how we're getting kind of verging into Doctor Who stuff. Who
Bye, Adam.
says Bond can't regenerate?
What?
Oh.
There was some roboting there, Arden. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. Callum in chat was saying we're verging into the Doctor Who bullshit a little bit. And I pointed out, well, who says Bond can't regenerate?
Who says Bond isn't a Time Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Bond didn't. Oh, God damn it! I missed the time.
Instead of being the Doctor and the Master, it's the Bond.
There we go.
Okay.
Who the hell is Bond's most iconic nemesis?
No. Here's an idea.
Probably.
Ah, shit. What the fuck's it? I need to get his fucking name because it's completely escaped me. But I know who'd be perfect for a new Bond.
Patrick Stewart.
I mean, if you could get Patrick Stewart to show up, absolutely.
If you wanted to continue the Daniel Craig look, you could go with Callum Keith Rennie, though he's a little older.
He's also not a
imagine-
Time
He
Lord.
was in
Actually-
Battlestar Galactica.
Imagine the guy who played Spider-Man recently. What was his name? Fucking hell.
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland,
Young
yeah.
guy, or the guy right before?
Tom Holland, no, Tom Holland. I reckon he'd actually be really good if you get him in like the right kind of like acting chops, get him in the right outfit, get him in like make him look a little bit more refined. He could pull off that character. He'd have to work on his English accent a lot.
I was thinking the guy who was Spider-Man before him, Andrew Garfield, might be a good choice.
Okay, here's a thought.
No, I don't agree. I think Andrew Garfield's too soft in the eyes.
Here's the
I
thought.
think Tom Holland would be a really good like young Bond kind of thing.
Here's a thought.
Yeah.
How about David Tennant?
Yes.
Yes.
Here's another thought. What about Christopher Eccleston?
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, he was the new Who when he came
Yeah,
back.
but
Oh, he's that
he
guy.
Would be, he would be
I
best
can't
for
stand
only
him.
one. Yeah.
He's awful.
He would be only good for like one movie.
He's the one who should get shot at in the first
sequels.
3 minutes of the movie.
He would make a good replacement
Yes.
for Sean Bean as 006.
Yeah, he wouldn't make a bad Blofeld either, come to think of it.
Actually, I really like their choice of Blofeld in the Daniel Craig films. I think Blofeld was fucking spot on.
Was that Mads Mikkelsen? No.
What's his
No,
name?
that's the Sheaf.
Monkey says
Is it
he'll be
Lafitte?
James Bond. No, he'll be James Banana.
James Banana. No. Your name's
Name's
Banana.
Banana.
James
James
Banana.
Banana.
Banana milkshake, please. Shaken, not stirred.
God, we could get Steve Carell to play.
You can have
Blofeld.
blended.
There we go.
It's Christoph Waltz who played him in the recent one. The guy who
Oh,
played
yeah,
the
okay, yeah.
fantastic Nazi.
In Inglourious Bastards. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was awesome.
Yeah, he made a fucking amazing Blofeld.
Loved him in that Tarantino movie, Django Unchained. I thought he was awesome in that.
Oh yeah. He's such a good fucking actor though.
This is Major James Banana doesn't get his martini the way he wants it. Flings poo.
No, Banana. I expect you to, but die.
His Walter PPK fires frozen nuggets of shit.
No.
I fling my shit.
He reaches for the shoulder holster and pulls out a banana. And then he holding it
instead
like
of
a
being
gun.
refined, he just chimps out and like fucking tears his enemies apart. Doesn't need a gun. Just eats a banana for like protein power.
Oh, God.
And then we get the full sequence like in fucking Popeye.
Stormy is in the room just losing her shit.
Monkey and the banana man.
Oh, God.
It's James.
Oh,
It's banana. James
Oh,
Banana.
Yes. Yeah, and we have to have a car chase. The car chase has to be with go-karts.
Yes.
And,
Banana shaped go-karts.
and one of the fight scenes has to be in a winery with James Banana throwing barrels down a set of stairs.
Yes. And the main villain is an Italian plumber. Perfect.
Honestly, Donkey Kong should be 006 and then obviously
Donkey Bond.
gets destroyed. Donkey Bond, yeah.
but,
Oh, God.
but wait,
Fucking
but wait,
hell.
this time James Bond has to rescue the princess, but she's in another castle.
Oh.
She's in another booby trap, Mr. Bond.
Oh god, I kind of want to shoot myself.
Oh.
Oh fuck! How am I meant to turn this into a short? The story of James Banana.
He saves the princess by carrying her up the Empire State Building.
Yeah,
There you go.
leading Tower of Pisa.
We can't stop
And then you have the main villain, Mario
top.
Pascal. And then you have the Italian villain, Mario Pascal, just flying a fucking propeller plane. He's trying to shoot it.
It's a me, Blofeld.
Well, no. You have to have Mario and Luigi as the bumbling henchmen of the villain,
There we go.
which is going to be.
That's a real odd job.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Italian odd
No.
job, but instead of throwing his hat, he throws pizzas. He just
No.
throws
No,
a pizza
no,
and the guy's head
No,
falls
it's
off.
got to be in a museum, and he throws a tortoise shell at James Bond.
I was going to say, surely Oddjob would just be Mario and throw his hat like in Mario Galaxy, where he can transform into anyone using his Mario hat.
It's Mario Odyssey. No,
Yeah, that's the one.
No, you're a nerd lord, dude.
Nah, I don't play Mario games because I'm not a faggot. That came out of nowhere.
Oddjob would be Bowser.
We're getting back to 2012s, guys. We're getting back to the good years.
Okay, that was a bit exciting, but there we go. Maybe we're gonna get banned on YouTube now.
Sorry. Oh boy, that was fun.
I snuck away to go to the loo, and I nearly yelled across the entire house, "You can't say that, Crow!" Which would be a bit of a problem at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, just cut that out. When this is offline.
Suddenly, viewership drops to 0 for some reason.
He said something about meatballs look, I'm just talking about English meatballs, okay? Shut up. I'm British. It's okay here.
Yes, that's true. You're not.
It's okay. He didn't mean the F word as in but he meant it as a bundle of sticks.
No. I meant the meat.
That's literally the word.
Meatballs.
That's the same spelling, Chim. Same pronunciation too.
Earl is trying to save us by saying we should have said, "Look here, you baguette."
Look here, you baguette. Oh.
Tristan says, thanks to Crow's accent, the algorithm assumes he's talking about cigarettes.
There we go.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why is it that 90% of the villains in American action movies have British accents?
It's because we're really fucking good at delivering lines.
Because they're good at faking being German, and the Germans can't be trusted.
Why don't they give them French accents? Because the French can't be trusted either.
Okay, Arden, you're answering yourself there because French aren't.
Because the French would steal everything that wasn't nailed down on the set.
Gypsies?
I don't think you're supposed to nail gypsies down anymore.
Ooh.
Why is this turning into a Rumble stream? What's wrong with us?
Jesus Christ, Adam.
We've got bodies that we're dropping from the sky. We're nailing immigrants to boards.
Earl is talking about Rhodesian Bond.
Oh.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, dear. Okay, let's see what trouble we can get into with the next article.
Yeah, this is Measures right, though. Every movie would end with Bond surrendering if he was French.
So the really sad thing is, this is the one that confirms it is true.
Sensitivity experts.
The books are set to be re-released in April, but the new text will contain a disclaimer which makes clear they've been updated to reflect changing attitudes in society. Several changes are being made to the books, with many depictions of black people being reworked or removed.
But hey, what was the name of the black guy with the robotic arm? Was it Mr. Happy?
No idea.
Black guy with a robotic arm. Huh? What?
The picture there. You know,
doesn't matter.
On the shoulder.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So these idiots are like, we encourage people to read the book for themselves, and the new paperbacks are published in April. Okay, there's two problems with that. One, if you already own the book, you're not going to waste your fucking time to get one that's been bastardized by some rejects from fucking university.
You say that, bud.
Oh, there we go. There's Honor Blackman.
There you go.
Yep, so what do we got?
Nice.
In the newly approved version of Live and Let Die, African criminals are no longer pretty law-abiding chaps, I should have thought, except when they've drunk too much. But now just pretty law-abiding chaps, I should have thought. Yeah, but you could replace African with Irish, and that'd be true.
Good morning.
Newfoundlanders.
Another passage during Bond's night out in Harlem, which includes an argument between a man and his girlfriend in a dialogue Fleming describes as straight Harlem Deep South, with a lot of New York thrown in, has just been deleted entirely. A whole passage just dead. The ethnicity of a barman in Thunderball is omitted. In Quantum of Solace about this race now goes unmentioned. Detail is also removed from Goldfinger, where the race of the drivers in the Second World War logistics unit, the Red Bull Express, which had many black servicemen, is not mentioned, instead referring only to ex-drivers. That's right, they're erasing the black servicemen again.
Yeah, they're erasing.
Yeah, because the black people can't,
including the positive things.
Yeah, would you like to try that again one at a time?
Sure, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just actually agreeing to you there, but I spoke too early. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying they're removing all the black references, including the positive ones.
Yes.
No, they're Aunt Jemima-ing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just have them there, because to these idiots, black people are just to be props to use for whatever political thing they feel like doing, instead of just, having a full-on character who just happens to be black. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can't do that these days, because if you include a black character, you're a racist.
Well, that's it. If you show a black character, they have to be perfect in every conceivable way. Just like the women
include a black character
and the guys.
They have to be a Mary Sue, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Barry Sue.
Yeah. Up next. So, largest state to date found that...
Callum in chat is saying, there's much I want to say, but I don't want to get the Sultans booted. I think we've done a good job of doing that ourselves.
You've done a good job of that, Arden. Anyway.
We don't need to tempt faith anymore. Okay. Please.
Largest study to date found that trans patients who take cross-sex hormones have significantly increased risk of coincidence, nearly 7 times the risk of suddenly, and 6 times the risk of oopsie-daisy, and nearly 5 times the risk of, oh my, how'd that happen?
I love Base Tape's comment now. I saw a black person. I'm so upset. The average lefty.
Oh my god, where is that? Because I think that's been eaten.
It's on my end on live chat.
Why does it not show it to me on this end for some reason?
I can't pin it or anything, which is annoying.
Oh, there we go. It's showing it to me now. Trim. Stop playing with it.
Yes.
Or if you're going to play with it, put it on camera.
Yeah, Crow wants to watch.
What?
We can hear you playing with your dick, Trim.
What are you talking? Oh, no, I was just rubbing my fingers together, so like a slow snap.
You were rubbing something for sure.
You need some lube for that, dude.
You can't actually see my camera. I was actually rubbing my hands together.
Right, dude. Right. Ask if we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
By it, Trim, you can actually see my camera.
Yeah. So, yes. Anyway.
Swedish ASMR.
Anyway. So, unsurprisingly, doping up a bunch of confused idiots with abnormal levels of hormones absolutely fucks them up. Who'd have fucking thunk it?
Couldn't have ever guessed that myself.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Who'd have fucking thought?
That shit's impossible, bro.
But isn't everybody's risk of suddenly increasing?
Funnily enough, my partner's uncle.
Within the bounds there. Maybe I didn't. I apologize if I didn't.
My partner's uncle.
It's not worth the risk.
Been healthy his entire life. My partner's uncle's been healthy his entire life. He eats pretty well, and went and decided to get the injection, and now happens to be having some troubles with his ticker. Funny that.
Hmm.
And everyone's now saying, "Oh, it's the diet. It's your diet. Your diet's wrong." But he's had the same diet for the last 10 years. He's been fine.
It's almost as if the drug companies are perfectly happy for doctors to prescribe a drug for one issue that causes an additional issue that they can then sell a drug for.
Hmm. Doctors are like politicians.
Doctors
They
like, well,
will never solve a
in order
problem.
to cure this in order to treat this minor problem, I need to give you this drug which causes this, and to treat that, I need to give you this drug, and then in order to do that, I need to give you this drug. And if you stop taking this drug, this other drug will kill you.
And let me stick this
If you
finger up your bum.
stop taking this drug, you're absolutely fucked.
Yep.
Look out, my ring finger is up.
Oh dear.
I haven't taken off my marriage ring yet.
I'm gonna find Ricky Rinkies.
You know, speaking of sticking things up buttholes, that brings us with an excellent segue to our next article.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's not about me, is it? I hope not.
Is it the legend of Ricky Ringpiece?
No, it is the First Congregational Church of Pasadena United Church of Christ. God's pronouns are they, them. No.
I'm pretty sure in the book
Surely.
they say him.
I'm pretty sure if you were gonna give him any kind of pronouns, it should be Your Majesty or Your Lord or something like more
Yes.
reverent, I guess.
Yeah, you'd think
Not
so.
just othering them. Oh, they. Oh, look, it's them God.
Yeah.
It's not my uncle, Medica. It's my partner's uncle. Hopefully they'll be okay though. I don't have any uncles.
This is just retarded.
Well, if you go to this church, you can have several, apparently.
Night sneaker.
I don't know.
Which god do you want? Do you want?
But then again, Crow might be too old for this church.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit old by about 20 years.
You might want to add a couple to that.
Well, I mean, most choir boards are around 10.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is the question you can ask the they them god. So God, which prints in the sound are yours? The hand prints, the knee prints, or the footprints behind those?
Also, it's kind of fucking obvious what God's pronouns are, considering that the Bible tells you repeatedly in many languages. Also, God created Adam in his image. Dick and all.
Oh, yeah. Dick and all.
Dick and all. Dick and all.
Dick and all.
Indeed.
Yeah, but since when has facts or solid theories ever stopped these guys from just doing their own thing?
They're just trying to make it appealing to people who are always identifying as gay these days because they don't want to be beaten up by the other gays. Or the other LGBT, should I say. Yes, I'm bi. I'm part of your community. I swear. Don't hurt me. Don't cancel me. I have a family.
Yeah.
But it was too late.
Oh, dear. But don't worry. Cambridge is doing a racism again.
When aren't they?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, last week they decided that the students wanted to ban meat. This week, they plan to block white students from applying for a course.
Oh, so racism.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's not racism when they do it.
And then once the Telegraph's like, you are aware that's racist, they're like, we'll get back to you.
The thing is, they'll be like, well, no, because white people are the oppressors, and therefore they can't be racist towards them. I'm like, that's just the worst fucking excuse to make. If I was like, oh yeah, I can't be racist to black people because they're not intelligent enough, that's basically the same argument you're making.
Right, so
Same fucking thing.
The program will be advertised for second or third year undergraduate students from Black, British Black, explain the difference, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or British Pakistani. British Bangladesh. Oh my fuck. Students studying at traditional research-intensive universities who are planning to continue their studies in 2024.
I have a question. If colonialism is bad, and thereby Brit is bad, why do these people keep identifying these students as British Black or British Pakistani or British Bangladeshi? Isn't that kind of being oppressive to those students?
Oh yeah.
Under their own premises?
Probably.
No, because their identity is liberating them.
Oh, that's what it is.
My segregation into a separate category makes me more powerful, don't you know? I'm not just a Sith, I'm a red and black Sith.
There we go. And the reason for doing this...
You see your main... Oh.
And the reason for doing this seems to be that all the applicants are shit. All the applicants from those backgrounds are shit. So all the applicants from those backgrounds are shit. So under the current system, none of them can get in. So I've got to change the system so these shit students can get in. And then we wonder why the world's gone to tits up. Because when you let dumb people in for political reasons, and then you let them pass for political reasons, and then you give them a job for political reasons, all of a sudden the world's being run by idiots.
Don't worry. More often than not, these people lose their jobs because they are idiots.
No, they just seem to be they seem to get promoted to politics.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
I mean, how do you think Kamalama Ding Dong got hired?
Sucking dick?
I am glad that there are more companies now pushing... I am glad there are now more companies pushing back against this fucking bollocks and be like, no, I'm going to hire people because they're actually qualified, not because you say they're black.
I like making money, so I'm going to hire the best candidate, not the blackest one.
Yeah. Ah, he's black, you say. Where is he in the crime statistics? Will he steal from my company if I hire him?
Oh, well, he studied political science.
This is the blackest.
He studied political science, so he'll definitely steal from the company.
Ah, right, yeah. So, a grifter. Political grifters are the worst. Biggest fucking waste of oxygen around.
Yep.
Very much.
When we go full commie and start the purge of the universities, we'll start with political science.
Oh no, we had to start with the underwater lesbian basket weavers.
I thought you were going to be talking about a certain former presenter that you aren't so much of a fan of then.
Who said I wasn't?
You see, Crow, Besic has this ability that, well, at least I don't have. It's called subtlety.
No. It's called plausible deniability.
Oh, there we go. The hell is that?
So who'd like to see some absolute fucking cringe pop culture bullshit that's actually tangentially related to the politics we live in?
Oh god. Yeah, okay.
So
is it going to make me cry?
I need to suffer.
No, but you may cringe to death. You may cringe so hard you pop a rib.
I don't need ribs anyway.
Yeah.
They're just stopping me fucking my own dick.
I'll take that challenge.
Sorry, what?
I'll take that challenge.
Oh, dear.
The way we just brush past that, no one even comments. It's just...
Stop the suspense, Bezic, and just let us suffer.
Yeah. I'm just cringing at chat at the moment. So,
he's like, I'm actually shattered just looking at this. Ugh.
So Paris Hilton has 20 baby embryos frozen, but keeps trying for a girl designer baby because she doesn't want a boy.
So she's...
Why is she relevant again? I saw her on ads again.
I saw her on a
fucking ad on Klarna on TV. I'm like, why is Paris Hilton back? I thought we got rid of her the first time. Why haven't we burnt her? We should have burnt the body the first time and kept her gone.
Did she do another porno? I don't know.
Porno in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah, she actually did do one.
In World War C, there is a reference to Paris Hilton, and it's still my favorite way to describe her.
She was one of the
spoiled, tired-looking whore.
You'd think you would know how little that narrows it down.
I know. But really, there isn't much about her other than her name and being just a rich, spoiled, tired-looking whore. That's all there is to her.
The Major says that she's barely multi-celled. Just pour some salt on her and watch her dissolve. Oh dear. But anyway, the reason this is relevant is that people are using IVF, creating embryos, going, ah, shit, we sent the wrong chromosome. Okay, stick it back in the freezer.
To be fair, I kind of don't blame them. I mean, like, I don't want to have a child that, is going to be severely disabled. Like, I think some level
Sorry,
of
are you saying that being
normal.
a boy is but severely disabled?
No, I think that designer baby nonsense is too far. But I think, like, being able to say, I'm not going to have a child that has a severe physiological disorder caused by a genetic defect.
Oh, yes.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Absolutely. I'm totally okay with filtering out crippling genetic disorders, which is why I'm okay with what Sweden does on the safe, legal, and rare topic. Everyone gets the early pregnancy test, and there's not many people with Downs in Sweden anymore.
Yeah.
And
not that I have any problem with Downs kids, but like there are, it would be better if we didn't have that happen ever, rather than
no. And anyone who tries to pretend that they're better off living, no, shut up. They're not. You know they're not. You're lying to yourself.
They might be quite happy living, but like that doesn't mean their life is going to be particularly fulfilling.
No.
It's a confusing one because they are perfectly happy, but they have the mind of a child, so they literally don't develop past a certain point.
Yeah,
and be children forever, and their parents will never ever.
Well, they're reliant on It's not like autism where there's different levels, and some of them can live on their own. No, they're all reliant on other people to live their entire lives.
It's a sad thing. Like I don't have any issues with them as as people in their own right, but there is obviously a problem that they are suffering, and it would be better if we could find ways to overcome those kind of problems. I think healthier.
That would be preferable, yeah.
I think.
I'm not saying that those who are alive should be. Oh, sorry.
Of course we're not. For fuck's sake, Trim, don't even suggest that. How did you even think that?
But I was just going to say the whole thing, but it's like not advocating those who are alive, but it's better for those to come. The parents who hear that their embryo or fetus has those disabilities can get the choice of just, okay, do we want this the rest of our life, or do we want then?
Yes, which is why there should be the option for the parents to get a genetic panel and make their own choice.
That's the problem, though. That will naturally lead into this whole genetics where I'm going to choose what gender it'll be.
Yeah, it is a problem.
And it might be that you have certain characteristics that you're not allowed legally to change. Some things like, oh yeah, we can do a genetic screening where we remove any harmful or potentially genetic defects from the equation, but you cannot pick its gender or eye color or anything like that. It has to still be very natural, because otherwise we're just going to end up with less diversity in the gene pool.
Yeah, that is the risk. We've had the technology for like at least the last 20 years to custom chop and change a genetic code and insert it into an egg. We've had this technology for at least 20 years. The only reason it hasn't been done is because we're going, that's a bit too close to playing God.
I tried to play God once.
How did that turn out?
Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
And like, and here's the thing. This is going to be very brutal and very utilitarian. people say that they would not choose to abort a child with Down syndrome. And that's fine. I understand that. That is your choice. But also, do consider who is going to look after that child for the rest of its life. Firstly, it's going to be you for the remainder of your functional life. And then after that, who? The government. Also known as the taxpayer. And
yeah, no, I would absolutely. It's one of the rare circumstances in which I would consider abortion an okay thing.
yeah. And unfortunately, the problem with this is where you do start running into the moral weeds where it's like, well, where do we draw the line? And, like, it's a lot easier to go, oh, we just draw it at never, but also,
it's gonna make a lot of lives difficult in that case.
Yeah.
I also don't believe in this whole idea of, oh, you can never take a human life in an abortion. I think that's fucking stupid.
Well, that's the thing. One of the things, like, I think most of us here are in favor of death penalties if the government weren't shit.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we've already determined that there are circumstances where it is acceptable to take a human life. Death penalty, self-defense.
Pretty much.
So then you've got to look at abortion on that. It's like, okay, we've already determined it's acceptable to take a life in these circumstances. Is this an additional one of these circumstances?
I would say so.
Yeah, and again, this is where we run into the safe, legal, and rare thing. Like, for fuck's sake, Keel, can you stop using it as birth control? Like, condoms aren't that expensive.
If it isn't being used in that manner, which I think is just a gross use of it, if it's used for the exclusive medical purpose of, you know, severe situations that require that level of care, then fine. But
yeah,
it's the whole, oh, I don't want a baby right now. I could have used a condom, but I really like the way it feels inside me, you know? Like, no, fucking stop being a whore.
Like, not to mention all these assorted conditions where it's like, okay, we're at week, I don't know. I really don't know about the actual details and stages, but it's like, oh, we're at week 12 and we know that it doesn't have a heart, so it's going to die immediately upon birth. Well, what's the fucking point in waiting then?
That's disgusting.
You want to clarify?
It's the what's worse about it is there's just a time period of unnecessary suffering for that child before it's born.
Well, that's how I'd look at it. Yeah, like, okay, you insist on it remaining alive, because I think we're all agreed that a baby in the womb is alive eventually. Like, it's got to be alive, say 24 hours before it's born. And if the only thing's keeping it alive, and I know that
is the mother itself.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, but mother's the only thing keeping it alive. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this is things completely incapable of surviving on its own at birth. We know this at 12 weeks. It's going to die anyway. Like, is there a safe option? Like I assume maybe if only we had a doctor on it, like, maybe it's safer for the mother to essentially miscarry at 12 weeks than it is to give birth to a baby that dies 5 minutes later. Like, God forbid you need a cesarean.
It's a very, very hard situation to work out. It would also be very nice to have a woman's perspective on here as well, because it's difficult as a guy, because we have different emotional connections to children as it is.
Yeah. Violence is life. That's a good one.
Yeah. Violence is life apparently got the perfect 50-50 split as well. 3 boys, 3 girls.
Nice.
I want to have a child already. My own big family.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah. A man's dream is to have a family. Oh God, that's sexist and harassing.
Yeah.
Evil.
How dare you?
Surprised. How dare you?
Oh God, don't make that fucking sound. Sorry, I'm just really tired of that Swedish little fucking.
Yeah.
I thought you were tired of all the Swedish.
Speaking about abortion.
Especially
Yeah,
the new Swedes.
there are some Swedes I like. There's some Swedes I like. Prime Knight, Tolstay, a handful others.
Oh. You make exceptions ones you think you can convert. You're now Norwegian.
Yes. Honorary Norwegians, my friends.
Yeah, it's really hard to figure things.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's really hard to figure things like this out because, yeah, like for instance, saying that a cousin of hers had a baby that required heart surgery at birth, baby lived. Like, yeah, I don't think we're talking about situations like that. But again, that's like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, at like some point,
Yep.
because I know it's horrendously rare, but there are very much definitely cases where you know nearly the entire pregnancy in advance that the baby will die almost immediately upon birth, and there's no if, buts, or maybes. But it's still technically alive at the moment, and it's like, at that point, what is better for the mother and the baby? Do you want them to both suffer through another 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and then having birth that could be? I don't know. If only we could get.
Where's Maureen when you need her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stormy, is she here? If she wants to join.
Yeah, Arden's fucked off. We should just replace Arden with Stormy.
There we go.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, having a woman's perspective on this is they're going to have a much more. Well, they'll definitely have a different opinion, most likely. But like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we can do our best to empathize, but
Maureen is a her, yes.
Yes.
Bob Cat. Maureen is a female name, for fuck's sake. God.
The only thing I think we can be relatively sure of is that a pregnancy complication won't kill us, which makes things different. I think it changes the math a bit. So
it does.
Wow, your ex is a fucking psycho, Maureen. I'm glad you left him.
Jesus.
Now make
Christ.
babies. Go and make babies already. You need to make babies.
Maureen, are you sure you're not Disco's alter ego? Because I swear poor Disco's had an ex that said something like that to her.
Similar life paths.
Yeah.
Well, people like that, people who act like that are the ones who deserve to be hit in traffic. Just saying.
Yep.
Well, slowly and surely, we can only hope that the breeding goes well for all of us. We're like got the monkey breeding program that we need to work on as well.
Yeah, but that's going to involve a trip to Spain. Do we really want to go to Spain?
I can go to Portugal, but I'm not getting to Spain. That's a bit too. It gets a bit too rough.
I'm not sure if I want to go to Spain for like a breeding program. That's a long way to travel.
Yeah. Spain rhymes with pain for a reason.
Arden, that's such a shame. Unfix her. Break her, damn it.
Ah, dear.
Jeebus.
Well, it's never too late to find one in the wild.
Especially in Spain.
Oh yeah, is it a monkey breeding program or a monkey cloning program? Because the amount of money we will get for research will differ. Yeah, we'll say cloning, and then just be like, look, they're clearly the same monkey.
Does it count as cloning if we do the breeding in test tubes?
Didn't they do that with that sheep?
Isn't that basically what cloning is? Just taking the. I don't know.
No, it's but
I don't know how you.
I'm essentially describing IVF.
Oh, you are, yeah, I suppose.
Oh,
Oh dear. Which,
Unblinded
interestingly,
ops, yeah.
is not considered the same as cloning.
Base Ape's like, I'd happily clone myself. It's like, where's he going with this? He's like, I'd clone myself.
Could he
I'd
fuck
me.
himself?
Would you fuck me?
literally, go fuck yourself. Okay, then.
You could make some fucking wild porn that way, though. You could be so famous.
Yeah, but does it count as incest or masturbation?
Yes.
Both.
Exactly.
That means you're just hitting more porn categories. You're making
Actually,
more money.
no. Crucially, for 16 years, it's far fucking worse.
No, they grow them to adult size first. They don't grow them. You don't grow them for 16 years. It's like a year growth for an adult process.
We're doing Star Wars kind of clones here. Rapid aging.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stormy.
Yeah, that sucks. Violence says Dolly the sheep clone died. Yeah, at allegedly a rather old age. Like, actually slightly higher. I'm pretty sure it was higher than the regular sheep. Because, kept as essentially a pet.
Basically.
Monkey says he would clone himself 200 times, assign them all roles, raise them to exclusively fulfill their roles, take over UK. You'd need 200.
I mean, I'd say 24 chimps would take care of Britain pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Unless you get to Manchester, then he would have some real solid competition.
Yeah.
But then again, as we found out yesterday, there's no such kill as overkill, Pesach.
Oh dear. Ardent still hasn't come back. He's too busy kissing Stormy's ass, apparently.
He said he had back spasms, maybe. By,
Yeah, right. Oh god, do we really have that little generic news this week? This isn't
Seems
good.
like it.
This is not good. I'm just checking the assorted channels.
Yeah. Sorry for the silence, everybody, but this is one of those rare times where everyone in Sultans actually is quiet. That is weird. Feels wrong.
It's Ardent's fault.
Ardent, come, we need our resident Canadian to rant, please. Seriously, don't feel stressed.
No, ignore him. Feel stressed. Don't take any time. Rush.
Not a Bobcat is definitely posting his Transformers in the wrong channel.
Wait, what? Which channel?
The Transformers channel. Those do not belong there.
Oh, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Storm Walker, you're doing well.
Let's see. What else is going on in the news? Oh, there's one. Government wants to steal more money from Australians again. Not a huge story. But they're going to increase the tax rate for Australians with super balances above 3 million. And super is where they steal a portion of what your pay should be and stick it in an account where the government will have private companies invest on your behalf. And then theoretically, your pension will come out of that. So, yeah, I bet that what doesn't fucking work. Why do they need to raise taxes? You're using the wrong word. They don't need to, they want to. And they need to pay for more private jets. Where were we? We've checked out the stuff from the United Kingdom. What about America? Ah, yes. Oh, yes, we've actually got good news from America.
Really?
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah, Beetlejuice lost.
Oh. Bye. Oh, we should have Bleach here for that, but he's busy having fun.
Yeah, he's off having fun like a filthy heathen.
Can't believe it.
How fucking dare he? And of course, the stupid bitch has blamed her loss on racism and her gender. Right, three problems with this. One, the reason she lost was all the murder. Two, there's no evidence that Lori Lightfoot is a black human, and there is no evidence that Lori Lightfoot is female. How can you be racist and sexist against someone that isn't human?
I mean, it's not really human. It seems more like a copy of a simian and a fish.
Yes.
A really, really depressed trout. Looking at her face like that just makes me laugh because she deserves so much worse.
What else do we have? Oh, yeah. I don't think we'll play it, but apparently the dispatch audio has shown that the Uvalde cops are even more cowards than we thought they were. There's a guy getting shot to death on the streets. Can't show that. There's Zelensky being a naked pervert on stage with another naked pervert. Definitely can't show that. Ah, here we go. Texas has a new bill out that's relevant. So, get married, stay married, and be fruitful and multiply is the tagline for Texas bill. Stay married, 10% tax deduction. Have 2 kids, 40% tax deduction. Have 10 kids, 100% reduction. And then the idiot's like, this is the Handmaid's Tale, where women are pushed to be the broodmares. They want more white kids. Amazing how you can be that stupid in one sentence. Stream?
I'm really surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, about?
All the stupid in one sentence.
Yes.
Also, taxation is theft, by the way. I don't like it. Tax is evil.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the responses. No, this is an idiot who's like, we don't live on the fucking farms anymore. We don't need to raise the labor force to work the farm. The question is why the need for tax reduction to be married. Yeah, you're an idiot. Someone else is like, straight white people who married early and had lots of kids and likely a wife with limited work outside the home. Yeah. Just another idiot who doesn't understand it. They just don't fucking get it, do they? Well, why do we need a labor force? Hold on a second, aren't you the same fucking wank stains that are whining that nobody wants to work and you can't find employees? Oh, you just want to import foreigners who'll work for cents on a dollar and a kebab once a month. You don't want Americans who'll demand annoying things like a minimum wage.
Yeah. And then again, it's easier to have imported a servant class who will do what you say for so much less.
Violence Life has also said it's amazing where they go with that, as if it would not benefit race mixed equally. Funnily enough, if they could fucking stay married, it would actually benefit black families more because they have more kids. So stupid. Like, women need to run far from Texas. I live in Texas. I hope after college, I hope my kids move far away from me. Have you considered leaving? In fact, the whole fucking country. Eurasian emperor. What? Wait, what exactly is wrong with more white kids?
If they want to leave the U.S., I'm willing to trade them a Canadian citizenship.
Okay, no, I call dibs on. They need an Australian. They need less guns than Canada has, right? Honest.
Yeah.
Grayson Quay says, please point to the clause that says only white fans can access these benefits. Also, this program... Colin Pruitt says, lots of countries in Europe do this, but they don't have suicidal ghouls like you policing them, I guess. You'd like to think so, but it's only the Central European countries that have these programs, I'm pretty sure. You know, the ones that are actually trying to build a labour force so they can grow economically.
But isn't that really racist, though?
What's wrong with white kids? I mean, if you hate yourself, you don't have to stick around.
That's a low-key KYS, if I ever heard one.
Yeah. And yes, Tristan, that's why I said if they could stay married for more than 5 minutes, it would help them. I'm careful with my words.
Yeah, that's an incredibly based policy that Texas
is
looking at.
Texas has a lot of good ideas.
Yeah. Florida's being stupid at the moment, apparently. But I don't know how relevant that is.
Nothing more pathetic than self-loathing virtue signaling white man.
Yep.
Based.
Very base.
Freedom Tunes made a cartoon recently about exactly that topic. There's just Lucer running after black people and other colored people, just whipping himself. Oh, I hate myself. I hate myself. Oh. Bicycling after cars and shit. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Going to have to slap Trim later.
Again?
What?
I'm still waiting for me to be slapped, to be honest.
Trim,
Trim,
tranniformers is not a hobby.
Oh, shit. I need to remove that. Sorry.
Jesus
formers or
Christ.
farmers?
Formers.
Oh, okay.
Farming trannies is also not a hobby.
No.
There we go.
Yeah.
Did I do it right now?
No.
No, wait. Fuck. Current events. No, wait.
Anything can be a hobby if you're dedicated enough.
I'll make it. I'll fix it now.
Maybe put it between Wokery and Non-Swatch, and while you're at it, can you make it NSFW? Because fuck, that shit's hideous.
There we go. Sounds
I'm very
good.
glad I haven't looked.
One of these days, I'll teach Trim how to do something.
Hey, I managed to do this much so far.
What was I looking at? Oh yeah, before I got distracted by that. What the rest of the news from America?
America. I think that's what the
TurboTax are
yeah.
cunts, but we knew that. Oh yeah, here's some. You can't have a gun registry, says the Constitution. So Discover Card's just going to do it for the government.
Of course.
Yeah, nothing like completely destroying your own customer base there, Discover. Good job.
Yep.
We need a customer base anyway.
Yeah. Well,
oh, wow.
ESG scores
look at this.
high enough to get them through, right?
Beginning in April 2023, Discover will become the first credit card issuer to track gun purchases made by their cardholders. Also, Visa agrees to flag gun and ammo purchases on fucking September 11th, 2022. The Associated Press observed that MasterCard and other major credit cards will also have agreed to flag gun sales. And this is why they want to get rid of cash, guys. If they get rid of cash, they can then track every purchase you fucking make. And oh, look at that, we've just accidentally acquired a registry of all the guns you brought.
Yep.
Funny that.
Can you say social credit system?
So social credit system?
Yeah, good job.
Social credit system.
We send you a hero cookie later.
Yeah, like as this is Major says, the tracking system for social credit score implementation. Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
And we already know they're perfectly capable of doing a social credit score. One, China's demonstrated, and two, we've all got fucking bullshit credit scores for some fucking reason. As if those aren't a fucking crock of shit. My favourite is that renting still doesn't count as proving your ability to pay. Cunts. Can you tell them, Salty? Oh. This one I really like because the title's fucking hilarious. John Fetterman is brain dead. Yes, but how is this news? Oh, you mean act?
Wait, his wife fled to Canada? Why?
Yeah.
Is she an illegal immigrant?
Trudeau gave a good deal.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he poisoned him. So.
Well.
Wait. Is he actually dead?
No. It looks, the speculation here is that he's suffered some kind of
brain death,
further injury from the stroke.
Yeah. So, as if he wasn't a brain dead retard before the stroke.
Well,
now it's on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and good night.
I can't say what I want to say.
In the last year.
Yeah.
It's just going to turn out his wife is left with his brother.
Yeah. So, John Cardillo tweeted, being told that Fetterman is essentially brain dead and it's being hidden because keeping him in office until August 18th avoids a special election which Republicans would most certainly win. This must be investigated. Damn right it should.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Fetterman, who suffered a stroke in May, experienced depression off and on throughout his life. Blah, 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 severe, transferred, social media speculates. God, I hate modern so-called journalism. Someone needs to beat these people with a copy of a fucking news. Someone needs to beat these idiots with a printing press.
There we go. The whole
lift a printing press.
Yes, but we're not idiots, so we can use pulleys.
Yes.
Guillotined with a printing press.
And as this is Major points out, and yet he still manages to sponsor bills in the Senate. Yes, that's right. He's still sponsoring bills, even though he hasn't been seen in ages. What the actual fuck? No. Jesus Christ. Hold on.
This glows.
I'm just going to put that into now that's fucked up.
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck, we've got so many channels for the assorted degeneracy in this fucking world.
Yeah.
There you go, if you're stupid enough to want to see that.
Simply to convert to Christianity and just say Deus Vult and wipe it all out.
Oh God, it's I have been. If only I could just believe, but that's the thing about belief. It kind of just happens. If you don't, you don't.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna need a bigger nuke.
Okay. Oh yeah. We don't have enough. We could use all the uranium. We could use all the plutonium in existence. It won't. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Tactical neutrino bombs.
Yeah.
Or neutron bombs. I mean.
High production of hydrogen bomb. High production of hydrogen bombs.
Getting ready to make hydrogen here in Newfoundland.
Oh, lovely.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Probably bullshit.
Here's the other articles I had. I thought I had more than this. So, This is just hilarious. This is some shit that came flying out of the fucking UK, allegedly. King Charles has always been jealous of brother Andrew and is now seeking to take everything away from him. Sorry, the guy who was first in line for the throne was jealous of the known pedophile.
Yeah.
I think you're lying. James dying.
So wait, is this GB News actually attempting to support Prince Andrew? What the fuck?
I
GB
don't know
News?
what the fuck GB News is doing, but they're sure as hell not doing journalism.
No.
They are protecting their own kind.
Yeah.
As they always
Like,
do.
look at this. King Charles has always been jealous of brother Andrew, is now seeking revenge. The daggers are out. Like, what a crock of shit. Socialite lady Victoria Harvey. Oh, just some idiot. Just. We need to.
Lady Victoria Hervey.
We need to
Hello.
start throwing these people in the tower. Yeah, like, who the fuck is she? Why should we
Yeah.
care? Oh, she's.
The Tower
she-
of London should be reopened again.
Tower, yes. Reopen the tower, boys. Like, what a crock of shit.
Oh my god. I've seen thin women before, but that's fucking disturbing.
Yeah. You think that's disturbing? How about actual blasphemy laws seeming to be enforced? At Kettlethorpe High School in Wakefield, 4 pupils accidentally scuffed a Quran. Nevertheless, they've been suspended and an autistic boy has had death threats from fellow pupils.
Ah, how stunning and brave.
Yes.
I mean, peaceful and kind.
Yeah, and
inclusive.
Yes.
where I can't find the articles, but apparently the police are involved and they've recorded a hate crime incident, which I'm certain the police were forced to stop doing by the courts.
Now, I've picked up a little bit of this in passing through the internet. From what I understand, didn't they just like accidentally drop the book or something?
I have no idea, but yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah. Well, it even says they're accidentally scuffed.
Yeah.
And there's a tiny little nick in the corner of the cover there. Like,
But
big
do they
fucking
do
deal.
anything when the friggin' Muslims burn Bibles? No, of course they don't. It's because the fucking Islam is now the new state religion of England.
No,
They're
no,
just
no.
afraid of them. They're just afraid.
No. The new state religion of England is wokeness.
Yes.
And wokeness is allied, unfortunately, with Islam.
Yeah, like, here's a meme.
Because they think
It's
the
not
enemy of my
allied,
enemy
they're
is my friend.
subservient.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh, there you go.
allied, they're
That's a-
subservient. They've put themselves under the boot.
That's a perfect illustration, Bezic.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
There we go.
One of these is a hate crime and the other is not.
And yeah, I agree with Medger, his point about what Muslims do with little girls.
Yes. Whatever
I-
they want.
That is
I will
reason
never
enough to
understand.
purge them.
I will never understand why some of these communities like Rotherham and Rochdale don't have
Yeah.
roaming gangs of ex-SAS officers going, no, let's go fix that.
Well, it's quite obvious because the LGBT police mafia keep raising money for organisations under investigation for child abuse. And then they blocked For Women Scotland.
They
Are you fucking
protect
serious?
their own.
And they untagged themselves from the tweet. And then all the other
nice.
tweets related to it.
Fucking
Nice.
monsters.
What's the I supposed to be now?
Idiot.
Well,
I assume it's intersex, but I don't
Indecent.
care. Idiot's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, works for me too.
probably more appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they blocked a whole bunch of people. Because they're clearly up to
Fucking
no good.
badges.
Yeah. But what should they be doing? Well, maybe they should be doing something about this. Asylum seeker pulled woman into nightclub toilet cubicle and attempted to rape her. Olaf Korentang and Dunga Dunga has been in the UK for less than a month when he attacked his victim in unisex toilets at fucking Pulse nightclub in Cardiff. What is it with places called
So
Pulse?
diverse.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was also thinking, why don't they just hang these fucking people?
Because they're a bunch of pussies.
Because that isn't diverse. It isn't diverse.
Oh no, I can make it diverse. Here's what we do: we go back to the days when every city
No,
had
no,
a
no,
wall
no,
built
no,
around
no,
it.
no. Trim. Remember, it's
Yeah.
diverse if it's fully black.
Yes, as long as there are no white people,
Sorry,
it's
I
diverse.
keep forgetting that.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as-
forgot. Sorry,
Yes,
sorry.
as long as you have excluded every single white male, it is as diverse as it could possibly be.
Yeah, but the blacker and the more woman, the better.
Yes. Well. Yeah, fuck it, why not? But they wanted equality so they can stand equal to the men before the lever's pulled.
Yeah.
Fair.
But don't
Man, we're
worry,
getting into Rumble territory.
the religion of peace joined an armed attack on a dog walker after pet sniffed at man. The British government keeps saying the white indigenous people of the UK, diversity is our strength. If you're white and your pet dog sniffed a Muslim's foot, then diversity is not. So yes, two assailants
I'm
who
sorry. I heard
joined
something
in
about a pet dog.
who joined an attack. So, two assailants who joined in an armed attack on a dog walker after one of the pets sniffed at another man have been given lengthy prison sentences. A gang of 4 attackers arrived at the scene in a white Audi A3 and chased after their victim with metal bars and lump hammers. Good thing there's no guns in the UK, breaking his jaw in 3 places. So, Muhammad Hamalama Ding Dong and Asim Urkadurkadu was jailed for 6 years and 5 years and 4 months, respectively. So what the fuck is going
This is
on?
fucking stupid.
So yeah, one of those animals sniffed at another man who... So the victim and his friend were walking the dogs. One of the animals sniffed at another man. And because the other man was a filthy fucking heathen, dirty fucking infidel, he took offense at being sniffed by a dog because they don't like dogs. And anyone who doesn't like dogs, well, we have a place in hell for them.
Yeah.
That's a place where I would happily tend to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
So yeah.
And Callum Dayton in chat says 5 years and 4 months, so 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably. And Marcus says these articles are a great argument for gun ownership and stand your ground laws. Yes!
They are.
Yeah.
Especially if you restrict it to citizens.
No, guys, you can totally run away. It doesn't matter that they have a fucking Audi and chase you with goddamn metal bars and metal pipes. No. You can run away from them.
Mm-hmm.
They're sensible people. Criminals follow the law, after all.
Yeah.
It's what defines a criminal.
If they can't get a gun, they'll never try and kill anyone.
The gun laws do not fucking help. They never do.
No.
It is not law-abiding citizens who follow the law who break the law.
It's funny how that works. People who don't break the law don't break the law. And people who are willing to break the law. It's like, for fuck's sake, do you think someone who's willing to go to jail for life for murder gives 2 flying fucks about 2 years for a firearms offence?
Only if you're a retard.
If only it had been 6 pit bulls.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, how much you willing to bet this was like a Yorkie or something they had on the leash?
Probably. Apparently it was a couple of dogs.
The smaller
Several dogs.
and more adorable. Yeah, the smaller and more adorable the dogs, the more it triggers these fuckers' sensitivities.
I mean, Yorkie's probably the only
Sorry.
thing that I'd call a small and adorable in the dog world. Everything else is a retarded cat.
Yeah, you get a lot of cat and dog suits once you get under 30 pounds.
Yeah. And if you're going to go under 30 pounds, just get a bloody cat anyway. And if you're that desperate to go for a walk, take the fucking cat.
Yeah. Just get a 30-pound Norwegian forest cat, and if somebody says something to you, just fling the cat at them.
Yeah. They're pretty nice cats. Very protective.
Oh, fuck, monkey. I can't say that, but...
No, he's got a point.
God
He's got
damn.
a point.
He does.
He's out of line, but he's not wrong.
They don't call him based ape for no reason.
Oh, dear.
Well done. But yeah, this kind of stuff is, in my opinion, Rumble material.
Yes. That's definitely Rumble material.
Yeah, Monkey's comment is definitely Rumble material.
Oh, Lord.
Prime says a guy at Boohurt training had a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix with him, and it was adorable but shy. That's probably surprisingly, that's probably the poodle in the mix.
Up next, we have Brexit deal is done. Rishi the Snake and EU chief Ursula de Ville shake hands on new terms for Northern Ireland. Have you considered just fucking off? In fact, can you keep Rishi Sunak? We would.
Can we just get the IRA to bomb him? That'd be nice.
We'll trade you Rishi Sunak for Christina Anderson.
Well, apparently the IRA have gone woke.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I want to say it, but I can't, so I'll just type it. No, I can't even do that.
Prepare for the woke troubles.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was going to say Sinn Féin.
Yes. Let's just say that they're giving a whole new meaning to the term glitter bomb.
Oh.
You know, Monkey, you might actually go to jail for that.
Yeah.
I think that actually is illegal in that communist hellhole.
No,
Just
he's
watching your back, buddy.
I think he's safe. I don't think he's in Scotland.
Yeah, but you've still got that
that's
gross offence bullshit in the rest of the UK, don't you?
Yeah, but
shit.
like someone would have to actually report him.
Yeah. And anyone in our chat would have reported Crow long ago. Crow's just a nodding.
Marku asks, aren't the IRA just a bunch of socialist drug dealers these days? Oh.
Pretty much.
Maureen says, remember not to drop the soap.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you never know, Monkey might want that.
Yeah, I'm just flicking through the cycle to see if there's anything vague. Oh,
You know,
Downing Street has held
Monkey went to
significant
prison-
and far-reaching concessions. Here's a concession for you. We don't invade Normandy. There's a fucking concession for you, you bunch of cunts. That's all you're fucking getting. Maybe that's why we need to start para-dropping the fucking unwanted arrivals.
I keep telling you guys, trebuchets on the cliffs of Dover.
I was going to say
We
that
can have
sounds
like
like
competitions and picnic nights.
that sounds like a simulator game, like Power Drop Simulator.
I mean,
What I need to do, I need to sit down and like make a fucking mobile game. They seem to make fucking tons of money for being like little pieces of shit fucking games.
Yeah.
Hey, do it like in Angry Birds style, but make it funny.
I'll just have it like Angry Immigrants. You launch with a catapult.
yeah.
Depending on where they originally came from, they have different effects.
Yes, there we go. Different effects on when they collide with solid objects.
Yeah. For instance, the ones. No, I probably shouldn't say that before we get on Rumble.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're
But if you
getting
make
spicy
that
again.
game, if you make that game, can you make Greta Thunberg the first throw? Because she deserves to get
God.
yeeted.
Precious, no, I can't say that.
Oh, you should be nice to Greta, Trim. She's been crushed by a whale and smashed into a boat recently.
No, No
She's your
kindness to
sister,
her.
Scandy
She's old
Trim. Be
enough to
nice
take the
to her.
shit.
She got crushed by a whale.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw it.
Sadly, it wasn't permanent.
What was she trying to
Or
do? Have
actually real.
fucking sex with it?
Yes.
I mean,
She was in Spain at the
have you
time.
seen her?
We've tried
Yeah,
not
there we
to.
go.
Callum suggests I type what I was going to say in Rumble.
Oh, dear. So let's see what the last article for YouTube for the day. So from Louder with Crowder, woke Zoomers claim biological men should be allowed in women's prisons because we can't take away their right to rape women because apparently the safety of women doesn't matter if a rapist is getting misgendered in prison for being a rapist.
But Bezic, what even is a woman, Bezic?
A rapist.
Yeah, all women are rapists. Okay, we'll go with that definition.
Apparently. If you're a rapist and you claim to be a woman, you go to women's prison. So that must mean that all the people in women's prison must be rapists, because otherwise they'd be sent to a men's prison.
They do like grapes.
To be fair, I like grapes too. Does that make me a rapist?
No, it's the rape that makes you a rapist.
You're learning things. Oh, okay. My bad.
Callum
Sorry.
raises an interesting point. Can a white man identify as a black woman to go to a black woman's prison?
Only if he rapes a Muslim?
It's like one of those things where you have to like do some weird special steps with the RNG before you roll the character you want.
Yeah. No. Yeah, like what do? You fly down to the island, then you take your lapis with swim up and down the right-hand coast, and that's how you get missing now?
Yeah.
I mean rape
And then
now?
you trade in missing to go at the Cinnabar Islands. A special person has like he wants to bite off you, but he'll make you a woman if you do it.
Is that actually a thing?
Turn.
No, what?
No. No, they
I just
don't.
came up with that. Of course, that's not a real thing. What are you on about?
I mean, you
It's
can
not a
do
real
weird.
thing
You
yet.
can do weird shit with wrong hacks, and it was like as I was saying that, I'm like, can you hang on? Can you even choose your gender in those games? And I'm like, no, I've already said that, and no, you can't that early in the franchise.
You can. At the
Can
very
you?
first Pokemon Red and Blue, you choose whether you're a girl or a boy.
I can't for the life of me remember that. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe. Well,
Well,
there you
Professor
go.
Oak asked
It's
you.
not called. It's not called man or woman or boy or girl. It's called body type A and body type B.
God, I hate that
What
shit.
are you fucking talking about?
And no, it's not. Pokemon's made by Japan, and Japan are well. They're starting to slip a bit, but they're still way better than the West when it comes to that bullshit. Japan Japan has a weird thing for traps and footers, but they still go, no, you man.
You are still boy.
Yes.
I certainly trust them more than these leftists that have no idea what their own identity is. And they identify more as a fat whale than they do a human.
At least Japanese school kids can find Japan on a map. Which is better than American school kids. They can't find America on a map.
Even
I don't
when
even think
labels
they
on
could
it.
find Russia. There we go.
Pretty sure most American school kids can't even read maps.
Well, most American school
I don't
kids
even
don't
think
agree
they
with
can
it.
read.
No. Most American school kids are being taught by maps.
Ah, that would be the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Oh dear.
Callum, we don't make candles out of ambergris anymore or ambergris anymore.
No, we sell it off to idiots to make it into perfume.
Yeah.
Isn't it ambergris?
Genius idea.
Oh, maybe it is. I always pronounce
it's
it gris because
it's like ambergris. I think it is. It's like ambergris or ambergris or something.
I've never heard it ambergris. I've only ever heard people call it ambergris.
Eh.
Oh, okay.
Whale vomit.
I don't know if I've ever heard it pronounced. So
Don't you hate it when that happens? Where you've been saying a word one way in your head for like 20 years, and the first time you say it out loud, it's like,
you speak to
no,
an English
no.
person, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That's not how you say that word, you piece of shit, you fucking foreigner." Oh, I'm sorry. How dare you bastardize the English language? We invented it!
Aluminum.
There's an eye in it, you son of a bitch!
How have you know I have the proper gun to deal with your kind?
Occasionally, it's absolutely terrible being from Canada because we use some American spellings for some words, some British spellings for some words, and it gets amazingly confusing.
Yeah, no, I bet.
Yeah, there we go. One ambergris. It is. It seems to be ambergris, all right, or ambergris. Because one of the pronunciations is actually ambergris.
Is probably going to be more of a French pronunciation, and fuck pronouncing it the French way.
Well, you say that, but ambergris is actually one of the names, as in the word amber plus the word grease, as in grease gun.
Right, I see.
So
yeah, if it's spelled Gris, it's definitely gris, how it's pronounced.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And in Latin, it's ambergrissae, so yeah, there's definitely an S in that.
Ambergris. Good enough.
Anyway, so chat's getting aluminium wrong again.
Aluminum?
Aluminium.
Do you mean aluminiuminate? It like transparent aluminum from Star Trek.
I would love to.
Oh God, is that? Oh no.
What?
If you look to the right of that picture.
It's awesome.
Nice.
We've completely
if you look to the right
with ambergris and Callum with aluminum. It's fucking hilarious. Get him!
No,
dear.
gris. Violence is life. It's gris. It's not gris. It's absolutely not gris. No, I've never heard anyone pronounce it gris. I've heard people who literally are perfumers, like professional perfumers in the industry, call it ambergris.
Right, let's bring up the ultimate source of truth, Wikipedia.
Right. Greece is big.
Yeah,
Greece is big.
So we've actually got the phonetic, the IPA here, and it's got an S in it.
Anyone pronouncing it ambergris is trying to pronounce it in a French way, and it's not got French origins as far as you've just said.
Like it actually does tell us that it is a proper S, as in sigh, and then it tells us that there is there's a weird I by the looks of it. Yeah, so as in I, as in kit. So you've got ambergris and ambergris are both acceptable.
Yep.
Because in the first one,
the old French would have had it as ambergris. But
yeah, the French might have it, but we don't speak French here.
Yeah, violence of life. It's not a French word, so it's not pronounced the French way.
No, it's actually
that's what I'm saying.
It's a Latin
word.
That
was the mistake I was making.
Literally, that's why people make mistakes. People call it ambergris because they think it's a fucking French word, but it's not.
Hold on. It's got weird etymology. So the word amber.
You just said it was fucking Grecan.
Well, we speak English, not French, and the English pronunciation, it's definitely got an S. So the word amber derives from the Arabic word anbar. Really? Interesting.
That's interesting.
Was adopted in Middle English in the 14th century.
Violence is life. Okay, I acquiesce.
You do.
No.
You
it's
failed.
Acquiesce.
You failed.
It's a quiz.
It's a quiz.
You failed to understand the hatred for French on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the word ambergris comes from the Old French ambergris, or grey amber. The addition of grey can blah 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 blah.
Oh, it does have French in it.
Yeah.
You said it didn't a minute ago.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Fuck you. We stole your word and we made it better.
Yeah, ambergris is disgusting as hell. However, it's also very valuable. So if you find a big lump like the size of your head, it's
Sell
worth
it to
a
an
fucking
idiot.
ton of money.
Like I said, you can sell it to idiots for lots of money.
Yeah, but they make it into perfume and all sorts of things.
So what did you say it was? It was whale vomit?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hold on.
So
What?
do they like
what?
cough up these big chunks, or
Yeah.
Well, this
They vomit it
fossil.
up in the sea, and like fish bones and stuff are made
What?
out of it. And...
Hold on a second. Check this shit out. This this is some impressive bullshit. This fossilized resin became the dominant and now exclusive sense of amber. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hold on. Are we talking proper amber here, or are they just being confusing?
yeah, no,
Same-
they're talking about the
Okay, they are talking about the plant.
semi-precious stone jewelry thing.
It's not a stone. Well, it kind of is. It's what do they call it? Fossil resin. Right. The sense of the word amber was extended to Baltic amber fossil resin. That's white or yellow. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
So they don't actually tell us what the Arabic word anbar means.
Oh, it's
Fly
amber.
trap.
Say what? You're right there, Crow.
What? Okay, so in Japanese it would be anbagorisu, which is in katakana.
Yes.
And in English, it is literally ambergris, pronounced by Google.
Ah, okay.
Who cares
Let
about?
me grab a French translation here, just to be sure.
Callum Dayton says you can't translate Arabic because it's racist.
Well,
And-
they
and
are
yes,
racist.
If you are French, if you're French, you do pronounce it like a prick. So you go ambergris. Hello, I've got the ambergris, and I would like to sell it to you, you dirty Frenchman that I am.
So the French have a similar pretentiousness to pronouncing an English word that the Japanese do, only they make it sound really bad.
The French are
Ambergris.
incredibly arrogant about their language, and they're like, no, it must be
Well,
perfect.
they've actually got an institute of
Oh, it's
enforcing the
almost like you've
language,
been
and
to
it's like,
Quebec,
yeah, fuck off.
I'm sorry? I heard both of you, like one about
Oh,
Quebec
sorry.
and someone saying something else, and I didn't get either. I'm like,
The French
Go
have
ahead,
this
Des.
really stupid Académie de la Française or some bollocks.
oh yeah, for language. yeah.
The Academy of
keep the
Sucking Our Own
purity.
Dicks.
Yes, we will keep the purity of the French language and make sure everyone has to speak it in the proper way.
And then you've got the English who are
He's
like,
trying to get in my ass.
then you've got the English who are just sitting there going, fuck you, we stole your language, made it better.
8 hours
Well-
now, bitch.
We bastardized so many different languages, to be fair, and like
Yep.
we've got Germanic, French, we've got bloody Latin, Italian,
Yep, like
Greek, yeah.
half our
To be
military ranks
Celtic,
we
Gaelic.
stole
didn't
from the
bastardize
French.
them. Yeah, exactly what Bezic was saying. We didn't bastardize them.
We
simply
colonized
stole
them.
Yeah, we colonized. No, we conquered them.
No, we.
If you don't
improved
start
them
behaving,
into
we-
the superior language that
Yes.
everyone should be using, English.
Like every other time we colonized a place.
We took the bad parts of other people's crappy language and improved them to be better ones.
Just like when we colonized their countries.
Their countries were always ours. They just didn't know it yet.
It was predestined.
It was
Yes.
Tristan Armstrong says, "I wish l'Académie Française had some influence in Canada. A French accent can be quite lovely, but the Quebecois talk like swamp dwellers with a mouthful of gravel. This is
Oh
true.
no!
So Dutch.
Yeah, and as to the purity of the French language,
Hey,
I
now,
was-
don't be mean to the Dutch. We have a duchy that watches us.
I was taught.
We've already
3
bagged out
different
everyone
versions of
else's
French.
country.
Yeah,
Touche.
No country is
Right.
above mockery.
she says it herself. You can't trust the Dutch.
Well, yeah. To be fair, she hates her accent, which is really funny. I think it's quite nice, quite charming.
Just remember, if the Dutch kick off asking about the Congo.
And now she's crying in Dutch.
Dutch crying, yeah. The thing is, if you heard her actually crying, it probably sounded like the witch from Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's
Man, that creature, the witch has just made me more afraid of crying in the dark than I was before.
You were afraid of crying in the dark?
I was afraid of
No,
hearing
no.
crying
It
noises
used to be
in
that
the
Trim
dark.
was the one crying in the dark.
I was just going to say, I'm always crying in the dark. That's how I go to bed every night.
You guys turned the lights off?
You guys can still feel enough to cry?
Emotion. The fuck is that?
It's that thing that's
Got
been completely
crying.
subverted by hate.
Oh, right. Oh, I get it. So when I believe there is this thing called joy that echoes in my mind, that is not a hallucination.
No, that's a
No.
drug.
It actually existed.
That's a drug.
Oh,
Yeah. Joy's a drug, right?
okay.
I can't remember which
replaced all my other
franchise
emotions
it's
with
from.
Bloodlust and Rage years ago.
Everyone's talking over each other. I have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on anymore.
It's okay,
Sorry, go
neither
ahead,
do we.
Wes.
Eh.
Anyway, at a surprisingly early 3 hours in, it is time to go to Rumble.
Hey!
Woo!
So
Here I am just trying to hunt animals, damn it.
Hey, everybody on YouTube, don't forget, before you migrate over, smack that like button.
smack that
Or
like button like
instead-
it's
instead
Trudeau's
just-
stupid fucking face.
Or instead, just go over to my channel and, I don't know, subscribe or something,
Yeah, you can do that. Subscribe to me, subscribe to Bez, subscribe to Trim, subscribe to Crow. Hell, go throw Disco a sub for shits and giggles.
Yeah, and then send her some comments from us being like, hey, how you doing?
Tell her we
Like, what
said
the
she was
fuck
late
is
and
this
gay.
weirdo?
But just remember that it was Crow who told you to do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she'll
make
she'll
sure you
probably
throw
get
Crow
a
under
chance
the
to.
bus.
She'll honestly probably get a chance to smack me on the head in person at some point. So
Excellent.
A tentacled bird told me.
Bird with a tentacle
I
claw.
do not have
dear.
tentacles.
All right, while everyone
Yeah.
is swapping over,
According to my drawing, you do.
that calls for a quick run to the fridge.
Woo!
That's not the best place to go for a shit.
Callum says Lord Arch is good. Not. Oh, that's Arch Warhammer.
Yes.
I assume. Okay.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah.
watched a couple of his videos recently. I enjoy them, but not particularly chuffed about them. And it's just a case of I don't know. I already have so many subscriptions I'm trying to follow that I have to drop. It's getting too much.
I can't imagine you even watch my videos at all. It's just me screaming.
No, I do actually. Generally when I'm gaming myself.
Ah, that's a good idea. I do find that I do that with people like Markiplier if I want to watch their stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I did have to create a new playlist on my YouTube that is basically prioritized for my friends. So, Crow, anything Disco and Bez and Trim put out, Total Blackout generally gets thrown on there, and generally
Yeah.
and I
My
do
lord,
apologize
that
I
man makes a
don't
lot of
actually-
content.
doesn't he?
Okay.
And it's good, but my god, there's a lot of it.
He's
Callum
like a
Dayton says-
machine.
Callum Dayton says one word people cloaca, to which not a Robert Cat responds, one word people wood chipper.
I don't want a wood chipper for my cloaca. My cloaca is enough of a wood chipper on its own.
Okay, I'm going to end
And it's cloaca.
the...
With an A, not cloaca. Fuck's sake.
Don't start this again, Crow. It's cloaca.
Okay, it is
Mercy.
not Cloakroom Ardent. Get it right. Anyway.
Get out of my cloakroom, boy!
Monkey says, don't subscribe to them, subscribe to me. They won't love you like I will. No,
You
I'm
have
pretty...
to produce content first, Based. When was the last time you made a video?
I was going to say, we can all ignore them for months at a time, Monkey. We can absolutely love them like you do. By ignoring them. Anyway, closing the YouTube stream.
Yeah, eh?
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
If you haven't made it to
Hello.
Rumble, it's your fault.
Yep.